You're sending me to my death.
You want coffee? If anybody wants coffee, I'm making the coffee.
Good morning. Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday. Today is gonna be a super cozy stream. Let me know if the music is too low. I know I lowered it a good amount, but I want it to be in the background. It's called Muffled Lo-Fi with Rain Sounds. It's on YouTube. It's pinned in the pinned comment if you want the song I'm listening to. It's 2 hours long, and I just have it on loop because I put it in a playlist, so it should be playing the entire stream. So I love this. I used to study to this all the time when I was in school, and I was like, because I was going to put my normal lo-fi music on with rain sounds on from YouTube, and I was like, whoa, we don't even need to do that. I got the perfect playlist, the perfect song. So yeah, if you guys want this playlist, or it's not a playlist, it's a song, but they put 3 of their songs together into a 2-hour video. So it's linked up at the top of chat in the pinned comment. Good morning, Slim. Let me scroll up and go to the top of chat. Epic, you got first. I'm gonna try my hardest to like be calm and cozy today, you know, because we're doing a nice cozy fan fiction reading stream. I have my little Hollow Knight dude sitting on my microphone. We got candles all over the office today. It's gonna be a nice and cozy day today. Don't fall. Don't fall. Oh, let me move my coffee, because if he falls into my coffee, I will be sad. Richard! Good morning! See, I suck at I get so excited and I get so loud. I have to be calm today. Hi, Richard. How are you? Hi, Epic. Hi, Sargra. Hi, Slim. You freaking got me so bad with that fucking... Because I accidentally turned off, Millie! Wait, hold on, wait. Where's my Twitch activity? Millie loves Conan Gray. Millie loves Conan Gray. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. We are having a really cozy reading stream today. So I got the blanket out. I got the candles lit. We got our little Hollow Knight friend right here. Oh, no. And we got our coffee. Thank you. I appreciate it, Millie. Oh, Boo-Boo, thank you for the hug. Millie, thank you for the hug. Here's a hug. Oh, here's a really good hug. Take a deep breath. You guys are doing great. I'm proud of you. You're doing a fantastic job, okay? Be proud of yourself. Colin, hello, it's good to see you. I hope you're having a great day. Our table, it's good to see you again. Welcome back. Let me scroll. Rose, thank you so much for the resub with your Prime. I know you only get 1 Prime a month and you use it on me, so that makes me honored. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate you. Hi, MSJ. How are you doing? I don't know how to say what you wrote, but happy that. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. I don't want to mess it up. Oh, hump day. 71% cozy. Yes. That's what I'm talking about, Slim. Epic. We got to do better than that. We got to do better than that, bro. Yes. 78%. That's what I'm talking about, Richard. I really needed that. I'm glad. Not gonna show any percentage. Classic. I know, it does that to you all the time. Perfect way to start my day off. Hug, back to work shortly. I'll drop back later. Sounds good, Slim. Have a great day at work. Today's gonna be great. Love you, positive ass bitch. Love ya, you positive ass bitch. Hi, Boo Bowie. Love you too. How are you doing? How are you doing? I mean, didn't mean to say Kate. No worries, no worries. So we had a sub goal last month, because Hollow Knight is one of my favorite games. I have Hollow Knight, can you guys see it? I have Hollow Knight artwork all over my office, and it is my favorite game. So we had a sub goal because you guys love when I read things, like when I read during the game, like what the game, like the the conversation, whatever that's called. The words on whatever. You know what I mean. Whenever I read that, you guys always say that my voice is super cozy and calming. So you guys wanted me to do a fan fiction reading stream. And I am so excited, guys. I am so excited. I was like reading. So I didn't fully read any of these, but I went on this like fan fiction website where people like write a bunch of fan fiction. And I found a bunch of stories. And like if we want, we can also, like, if we don't like them, we can stop reading them, go to the next one. Or if you guys have one that you've heard about or something, drop a link in the Discord or something, and we can read it. So yeah, I have a bunch, and I'm so excited. Hi Luna, good morning, how are you? I hope you're having a great day. Watch you get into one, not reeling, it's erotic. Well, okay. One thing I did make sure is I was reading the tags and stuff, because there were some that were just like over the top, and I was like, not for me on stream. So I did not put those in my tabs. I have a bunch of tabs up. So I did look at the tags.
Oh, hey.
Hi, Jiner. Good morning. How are you? HK fucking Hornet or some shit. There are a bunch of those. Don't get me wrong. And I was like, bruh, they're supposed to be brother and sister. Hi, Jiner. Good morning. Coffee cheers. Look, I have a normal cup today because my large cup is dirty. And I didn't feel like washing it. So I have a normal cup of coffee, but you already know I got more coffee waiting for me in the kitchen. So if I run out, I will go heat up more. The mushroom cup? No, this isn't the mushroom cup. This is my bee cup. I love my bee cup. Look at it. Isn't it cute? This is my other favorite cup. I always drink tea in the smaller cups that I have. I have a mushroom cup. I have this cup. And then I have my two big cups. Those are like my go-to mugs. And all of the smaller ones I drink tea out of because I don't drink like a lot of tea, but I drink a lot of coffee. So yeah. I'm good at my work again. Today I'm taking time to research and make a research packet for new employees. They can read about vapes, vape juices, and headphones. What? I love that, Luna. Brother, sister, I think I have that oh my god. Boo-boo! Con, how are you? It's good to see you. Good morning. Going for coffee this morning. So excited. Yes. What kind of coffee do you drink, Rose? What kind of coffee do you drink? I drink my coffee in the mole. B&B. The mole B&B. I love it. Sometimes I question how Twitch can put this many ads. I bypass the ads. Oh, you can bypass them? But yeah, 17? Bro, how? I have them set to 30 seconds. Them ads must be like 2 seconds long, I swear. Today, depends on the mood. Today is a vanilla breve with an extra shot. What is a breve? That sounds cool. It also depends on the mood for me. When I'm feeling festive, I go for something like autumn-like pumpkin spice, or if it's Christmas or if it's Christmas or spooky season, it's just pumpkin spice and like whatever other things they got for wonderful holiday drinks. But on a normal day, it goes between caramel and vanilla. But lately, I've just been loving vanilla. I don't know why. I know it's so like basic. It's just vanilla, but like vanilla coffee has been hitting. Twitch doesn't follow it? Twitch doesn't follow it? What do you mean? It's broken, doesn't follow what you set? I gotta look that up. That's not okay. I don't like that. Half and half rather than milk. Nice. I actually get almond milk creamer because I've been trying to stay away from dairy a little bit. Or like not all dairy, but like just where I can cut dairy out, I'm trying to. I just realized there's a typo in the pinned message. But I've just been trying to like reduce the amount of dairy that I drink. So I have almond milk vanilla creamer and it's delicious. So good. It's like that for a lot of people. Dude, that's so messed up. Good morning, Zach. It's so good to see you. Best ad campaign ever. A bunch of 1.7-second ads, borderline subliminal messaging. I mean, the first ad was 60 seconds. That doesn't even make sense. I need to Google that. Disabled, right? Oat milk is good too. I have yet to try oat milk. I don't know what it is. Like if I can try something without having to buy a whole container of it, I'll try it. But I don't want to go to the store and just like buy a whole thing of oat milk, and then what if I don't like it? And then I just wasted it. So, I don't know. I might try to make my own oat milk and see if I like it. Like, I'll follow a recipe or something, but...
I love you. And I miss you.
Hi, Germs. Hi, Dazzy. How are you guys doing? Good morning. It's lighter than milk, so it's nice in the morning. Exactly. Yeah, I agree. I agree. My friends know people it happens to. That sucks, man. Go to Starbucks. Oh, true. I can get oat milk from Starbucks. You're right. Next time I go to Starbucks, I will. I haven't gone, like, out to Starbucks in a while because I just make coffee at home, but... Little Oak, good morning. Hello. Oat milk is okay, but almond is better. I love almond milk. I've never tried oat milk, so I'm going to try it. What a mashup. I know. I don't go to Starbucks. This coffee is from our mom and pop coffee shop. Oh, I wish I had a mom and pop coffee shop in town. We don't have a mom and pop place. I would love to have like a little cafe where they make their own coffee. You know, at one point in time, I actually wanted to open my own cafe. And like, I've always loved, especially as a student, because I know there are a bunch of students in chat or people that have been a student in the past. And when you need to work and study and just get in the zone, this playlist was really good for me. It's pinned at the top of chat. Just having rain sounds and muffled lo-fi, or, you know, normal lo-fi and rain sounds, and just coffee or whatever you're drinking, tea, like, I would love this in a coffee shop. How cozy would that be? That would be so amazing. And then having like a fake ceiling where it looks like rain is hitting the ceiling and it just sounds like rain. Like, how fucking sick would that be? I don't go to Starbucks. Oh, I read that. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Good morning, fam. All the typos. Don't worry, I got a typo in the message that's pinned. It's fine. It's fine. Oat milk goes good with a caramel macchiato. That sounds really good. I gotta try that. I gotta try that. Boo, Starbucks. Why? What's wrong with Starbucks? The way I bypass it is opening the stream in another tab. I didn't know you could do that. 39! Germs, we need to be more cozy. We need to be more cozy. 68? Okay, that's fine. That's good. We need better. 15. No. No. Not allowed. Voted best coffee shop in Minnesota? Oh my god, I love it. That's amazing. I don't go to coffee shops where there's not at least one barista with some crazy colored hair. Bright green, pink, multicolored, don't matter. They make the best coffee. Facts. Absolute facts. Don't dox yourself, but what town? I'm in the area too. Feel free to whisper it to me. Oh my gosh, yes. It's not mom and pop, but we have a new cafe in town run by this super sweet Asian couple that don't speak English very well, but the coffee and food is delicious. That sounds awesome. Love going there and getting to know them. Oh my god. See, I really want that. I've always wanted, like, to live in a town where there was just like this really cozy coffee shop. Oh. Hi, Sarah. Good morning. I came in and heard rainy noises and I'm all for it. Sarah, today we are doing a cozy Hollow Knight fanfic reading stream. So this vibe is going to be the whole stream. The rain, the muffled lo-fi, the link to this 2-hour song is pinned at the top of chat. If you want this muffled lo-fi song, it's 2 hours long. It's amazing. Put it in a playlist, like put 2 of them in a playlist and put the playlist on loop, and you got unlimited rain and muffled lo-fi. It is amazing. It's great for studying, just getting focused in work, or just relaxing and reading a book, which is the vibe we're going for today. I can understand that for people. For me and my ADHD having as I need something that switches it up frequently to allow me to keep my focus. True. For me, I need something when I'm really trying to focus. I can hyper focus. It's like this weird ass ability that I have, which I'm sure is a normal thing. It's not like an ability, but like I can hyper focus on something, but I need my outside surroundings to be consistent. So that's why rain has like has a really consistent sound, and like really low music that's not going to like pull me out of my concentration, you know what I mean? That is what keeps me in the zone. Like having a super consistent background with no distractions, and then I can just like, it takes a minute sometimes, like it takes a little bit to get in the groove, but once I'm in that hyperfixation state, I am in it for hours. It's crazy and I love it. It's super like, it's kind of rare. Like I need that perfect meld of consistency and like conditions around me, but I can do it sometimes. Starbucks coffee tastes like cardboard. Blasphemy. 80%. That's better, Germs. Jared, good morning. 86. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. There's a coffee shop that does that. I don't remember where I saw it, but they even have fake rain on the windows. No way. Oh my god, they stole my idea. 78. Yes. Make coffee at home. Save money. They're expensive. I do make coffee at home every day. My friend went to a place where they sprayed water in a way where it matches raindrops. That is so cool. I love that. So you can click on someone's name, Rose, and there should be a whisper option. If you're on mobile, I'm not sure. You might be able to tap their name, and it should work. 35, Rose, no! We need more cozy! There you go, Zach's got it. Hollow Knight fanfic? What genre? Romance? That's a good question. Not romance. I kind of stayed away from romance. I kind of just want, like, lore stories and, like, I don't know. But also, I didn't read any of these. I was just looking at the tabs to make sure there wasn't any, like, sex and shit. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I like reading stuff like that. But I don't know, I just didn't think it was appropriate for stream, so I tried to leave out as much like sex stuff as possible, because there was like some crazy one where it was like rough sex and choking, and I'm like, bro, it's Hollow Knight, why? Calm the fuck down. I was like, I don't want to think about that. But so yeah, I left those out, but if there's like romance in there, there might be, I don't know. I picked a bunch though that like I read a little bit of the beginning, or I read like the summary and I really liked them, so I'm excited. We'll get into it in a moment. Oh, we ADHDers can hyperfocus. We're very good at it. It's just we're not always in control over what we hyperfocus on, and it's often the wrong thing. I know, right? Yeah, I mean, like a lot of people in my life think that I have ADHD, and like sometimes I feel like I have ADHD, like I have like the symptoms of ADHD, but I don't know, I think I have a really mild case of ADHD, or maybe it's ADD, but I do get very hyper, so like, I don't know. I've never been diagnosed with anything, so I probably don't have ADHD, but yeah, I can hyperfocus for sure. Oh my god, Rose, it's just getting worse! No! Autism is a lot similar to ADHD, coming from somebody on the spectrum with ADHD. Oh, wow. I know, we have a lot in common. Gotta stick together, yes! Sex fantasies and fanfic? I've never. I know. I knew they were a thing. I knew they were a thing. People write those type of fanfics about Doom and Minecraft? Minecraft? Okay. Okay. Don't let Liz fool you. She created a sex dungeon in Minecraft. Did I? When? Okay, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. In my Let's Play world. It was a villager breeder, okay? Chakra's World, hello! It's so good to see you. How are you? Welcome back. 70%, let's go, Dazzy. I don't read fanfic, but I heard there's a lot of people living out their sex fantasies. I've never read fanfiction either. I'm more of a, like, I have a huge bookshelf and I have a lot of books because I like reading physical books. I don't mind reading things online, and I've listened to audiobooks and stuff like that before, but there's just something about a physical book and just laying on the couch or in bed and reading that I love. So, yeah. I have never read fanfiction. That was Salsa. Well, yeah, that was Salsa. Salsa's was a little worse than mine. Salsa's was a little more intentional. Hi, Silo! Good morning. We're doing a Hollow Knight fanfiction reading stream today, so it's gonna be nice and cozy. Rain sounds, muffled lo-fi. It's a vibe, so I hope you're here for it, and I hope you're lurking during work, or if you're not at work and you're at home, I hope you can get cozy. All the things. I'm off to the coffee shop. Have a super cozy day. Sounds good, Rose. Have a wonderful day. I hope you have really good coffee. I thought it was Liz. Minecraft has a lot of bones. Sarah. Villager breeder sounds horrifying to someone who doesn't know Minecraft. So... what happened was I needed a villager trading hall. And when you need a lot of villagers, you need to have the villagers have babies. And when mommy and daddy get together, they have babies. So that's what I needed to do. The only fanfic I've ever read was a Doom fanfic somebody showed me in a Discord call because they were so surprised about it existing. Yeah, having Doom fanfiction is actually pretty surprising. If you hold the book upright, does it not ache after a while? I find it annoying as it's too dark to see properly, then turning each page is annoying when resting. So what I do is I will like sit back somewhere and have my knees propped up. Sometimes I'll put a pillow under my knees, or I'll just like sit with my knees up, and I have a pillow under my hand, like right here, where like, so I'm holding the book and my hands are resting on a pillow so my hands don't hurt. But if I'm laying down, I'll usually like, how do I explain it? I'll like hold the book. I don't know how to explain it. It's not that bad. Laying down and reading is a lot harder than sitting and reading, but still. Definitely at work, definitely lurking, definitely headphones on for the not safe for work discussion. Yeah, true. True. It should be safe for work the entire stream. I did make sure of that. There was not gonna be any sex, or crazy things happening in any of these fan fictions. So, villager trading hall, sex slave trade? No! No! Doom fanfic had insanely good writing. Wow, that's awesome. That's good to hear. I remember when Lucy was sent Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh my god, Dazzy. I was caught out in some insane heavy rain the other day, and I had to hang the book I'm reading up to dry after because it was in my backpack. So now it looks really old and really well read. I mean, that's cool, but I hope it's still readable if you weren't finished reading it, because that sucks. No sexy time? Unsubbed. You know, I'm trying. Don't unsub, please. Don't go away. But yeah, you never know. There might be a little bit of romance, but there was some like some weird sex ones, and I was like, nah. There's some poetry that I found, though. This person did Volume 1 and Volume 2, a collection of poetry based on the areas of Hollow Knight, which I'm actually really excited to read. The writing was literally better than some of the games, moves, and other stuff coming out. Movies. Wow! Oh my god. I like that. I'm gonna head into town to see the pharmacist. I'll be back later. Sounds good, Richard! Hollow Knight is no longer hollow, if you know what I mean. Yeah. He not hollow no more. He not hollow no more. The chemist. So, what would you guys rather me do? Do you guys want me to share my screen so that you guys can see what I'm reading? Or would you guys rather me have this window up and me just read it? Because I've never done a reading stream before, so I don't know what you guys would prefer. You want to see the text? Okay. So, let's go here. Okay, so let's see. Let me. I kind of want to put. I didn't think about this, and I should have. So we're gonna do a little bit of editing here with the camera and stuff. That can stay, and then we'll do. I want to add chat. So wait, no. Let's go here. And sorry, I'm just gonna do this live because I didn't do it earlier. So copy. Paste. Did that work? Yeah, it worked. Okay, good. So we'll have chat there like that. And we'll move it down. I kind of don't like the cloud now though, because it's gonna cover chat. Huh. Maybe we do the same, or better idea. Undo, remove. Yes. Let's go to this one where it's already set up, and I'll just Jaffa. Good morning. How are you? Let's just add a source to my display capture. Add existing. Is it this one? Display capture 2 or display screen capture? Screen capture? No. Remove. Yes. Add. Display capture. Display capture 2. Okay. Cool. Gonna go all the way in the back. Boom. Now the only problem is everything's white, and so is chat, and so is my thing. So can I put this in dark mode? Is that a thing? Do you guys know if archiveofourown.org has dark mode? Because otherwise it's a little difficult. Richard just hit me with the actually. Yeah, he did. This is gonna be very good for my work. Hell yeah, I'm so excited. Java, today is an amazing day. I hope you're having a great day. We are doing some Hollow Knight fanfiction reading. It's gonna be a really cozy stream today. So I took off a lot of the like loud blurbs and the song blurbs because it's gonna be really calm today, and we're just gonna be reading and vibing, and it's gonna be great. So I think I might just try and make the text for my, oh, okay, well, let's go here. Make the text for my pixel chat black? Can I do that? How do I do that? Edit. Text color. How do you make it black? Black. Okay. Oh, I did it. I did it. It's black. Okay. Text color is black. Okay, so home, start. Okay, so it's black now? Okay, it's black now. That's good. Now what about chat? How do I do that? Let's go to, how do I make chat? Let's go back to window capture. Nope, not window capture, this one. Okay, and then we'll go back here. So, okay, we gotta move things. Wow, I should have did this earlier. My bad, guys. Caption. Let's move you somewhere where it can, this might be difficult. I'm gonna leave it over here. Okay. Boom. And then chat. We need chat. So, properties. How does one make it black? Sounds good. Well, I'm here with a coffee to chill before attempt editing. Don't worry about it. Watching the streaming pro at work. Let's go. Let's see. How do you make background color? Oh wait, do I have to go to? Okay. Streamlabs. I have to go to Streamlabs. Okay, let's go to Streamlabs. For the chat box. Let's see if I can edit it and make it black. Oh, we're still, well, we should probably go here. Widgets. Is it widgets? What's it gonna be? Is it widgets? It's widgets. Chat box. Okay. I don't need an introduction. I've been doing this for years. Text color. Let's go. Black. Okay. And then we'll have to fix it later. Which is gonna be annoying. Save settings. Okay. So it should work that if we go here and you got, okay, go away. Now when you guys type, it should be black and you should be able to see it. Now the actual like bar of, yes, let's go, it works. I have my chat through Streamlabs. I have like a mixture. I use Streamlabs and Stream Elements because like I'm still kind of in the middle of switching to Stream Elements. I always used both, but I used to actually stream with Streamlabs OBS and then I switched to OBS. So now I don't need Streamlabs at all for like anything, but I do kind of like the way that their stuff looks versus Streamlabs or Stream Elements. So, I don't know. I might just keep what I got, and who cares if they're in two different places, whatever. I'm reading to class today, Dazzy. Yes, I am. Able to just get a black box behind chat or something? That could work. I think this works, because we're always going to have a white box here, and the text will always be here. So it shouldn't ever interfere. The only thing that'll interfere is, like, my, captions, but, like, I think you can still tell what they say. It's okay. So yeah. Okay. So I have a bunch of tabs open. Also, this is the song that we're listening to. It's called Muffled Lo-Fi Hip Hop with Rain. It's amazing. It's like 2 hours long, does it say? 2 hours and like 9 minutes long. It's amazing. So if you guys want this, I did put it in a playlist because they used to have them in 3 different songs and then they just put together a 2-hour one. So I just put it in a playlist and I have it on loop so it'll just continue playing and it's amazing. So if you guys would like to, you can't hear the music at all? My browser's there. It's there? Oh, okay. Is it too low? Because I can turn it up. Is that better? I didn't want it to be like too loud. Is that better? It's low. I like that volume better. Oh, you like the low volume better or this volume better? This volume? Okay. Mm-hmm. It's kind of nice though. All right. So, the first one we have, do we want to start with poetry or do we want to start with a story? So this one is inspired by the music birthplace from the Hollow Knight game, a different take of what happens between the Hollow Knight and the Little Knight at the end of the game after completing the ritual for the Grim Troop. It's 572 words long, so it's not too long. But yeah, let's just start from the beginning. So, get ready, y'all. Get cozy. Oh, that's perfect. The chains were broken, freeing him from his prison. The Hollow Knight came crashing down. Wait. The chains were broken, freeing him from his prison. There's supposed to be a period there? The Hollow Knight came crashing down, weapon ready to face his opponent, letting out an ear-splitting roar. He charged the battle, began with a flurry of blows and quickness until the Hollowed One finally fell to his knees. Hi, Ra. Good morning. How are you? We're doing a cozy reading stream today. It's just that sex dungeon in the basement. He waited with bated breath for the final blow to come, but it never did for the Little Knight. Before him sheathed... It never did. Okay, there is no punctuation. That's annoying. For the Little Knight before him sheathed his blade. Then there was the sound of small feet, pitter-pattering over small arms, lifted in the air until the Hollow Knight slowly lowered his head enough that the other could touch. A soft clink of their skulls coming together interrupted the sudden silence as the Little Knight blank eyes somehow began producing watery tears, which threatened to spill down his cheeks as he spoke to the Hollow Knight within the other mind. Must it end this way? Is there another way? The Hollow Knight wrapped his long arms around the child, bringing them close to his chest. His own deep voice resonated among the walls of his prison. Sit up straight, no talking. Good morning, I'm doing good. How are you today? I'm doing really good. I am super here for this cozy day today, so it's a vibe. I hope you're ready for it. No, I'm sorry. The Little Knight let out a small cry, burying his head into the Hollow Knight. His voice so tiny compared to the Radiant's booming voice in the back of the larger knight's head. Is there no hope for us then? Is this truly the end? Must fate be so cruel? The Hollow Knight smiled almost sadly before he blinked, feeling something burn within the child brightly. He realized what it was from the distressed screeching in the back of his mind from the radiance. It was the fire of the nightmare heart. It quickly dawned upon the Hollow Knight what must be done. He gently set the child down, slowly beginning to usher him in complete silence to the entrance of the black egg. The chains that once hung limply now rattled ominously before springing to life, one lashing out to grab the Hollow Knight just as they neared the light, making him hiss as he stopped mid-step and dragged backwards. More chains followed, wrapping around the knight, trying to drag the other back. A loud scream was heard as he nudged the child forward, bellowing, "Go!" The Hollow Knight growled fiercely as the chains whipped around his body. The young knight stood rooted in fear, but the Hollow Knight managed to drag him over one last time, scooping the child upon the top of his head before using the last of his strength to toss the child out the entrance before he was dragged back with much more ferocity than before. I've just been enjoying Hollow Knight for the first time last couple days. Fun game so far. Hell yeah, Big Bear! I'm so excited. I haven't really been able to be at your stream, but I need to start watching the VODs so that I can see, because I love watching people play Hollow Knight for the first time. It's amazing. I'm so glad that you're enjoying it, dude. We are actually doing a Hollow Knight fan fiction reading stream today. So we're just listening to some rain. We got our coffee. We got cozy vibes. We got candles everywhere. And we're just reading some fan fiction from the lore, and I don't think there's any spoilers or anything like that. It's all just stories people made up. So Gritty, good morning. 65, that's what I'm talking about. It needs to be a little bit more, but maybe after this stream it will be more. How are you, Gritty? So yeah, welcome in. I hope you guys are comfy, and if you're working, I hope you guys have your headphones in and you're ready to vibe and focus on whatever you're doing, and you're here. The flames of the nightmare heart fire let out a loud screech once the child was tossed out to safety. Its deep blood red fire left the young knight covering the entrance to the black egg in flames, sealing it once more, but this time with the mark of the Nightmare King, before returning to its place within the young knight, leaving a very dumbfounded Hornet pondering what just happened. The Hollow Knight had done it. He had changed fate. No longer would the plague leak out, contaminating its residents. The little knight could live in freedom now, in happiness. The last thing he remembered before he was overtaken again was the little knight's small voice calling out within his mind, "Thank you. I'll never forget you, brother." Note on the Nightmare Heartfire. The Nightmare Heartfire not only fed the Grimkin, but after the knight was knocked out after beating the Nightmare King, some of it took residence within the knight, connecting him to Grim, but without the consequences of actually being bound to him. Hence why it's there in this story. That's awesome. That was cute. I liked that. So if anyone wants to read that, it's called Hollow Knight Drabble by Mini Malo Miotosman 10. So you can clip that or you can screenshot it if you guys would like to read that on your own. But we're gonna continue to the next one. So I think this one's long as shit. This one's really long, which sounds really cool. So the summary is, after 20 years of infection having consumed Hallownest, Darner, a worm who was once the head guard of Hallownest, senses that the Pale King is still alive, somewhere in another kingdom. He must venture across wastelands and explore strange landscapes in attempt to save his monarch. Which I think is gonna be kind of cool, but it is 24 chapters, and each chapter is this long. So I don't know. We could read it right now, or we could read like some more smaller ones. I don't know. This one's kind of good. This one has more punctuation, which I like. Reading is such a good habit to have. I mean, I don't read as much as I should. I'm not gonna lie. Especially because I'm like always busy now with editing and stuff. But I do love reading and just like having, I don't know, just setting up a really comfortable space. It feels nice and safe and comfy at home. So, yeah. So this one is called Hollow Knight Mantis Elegy by Danger Writes. A mantis, disgraced by his clan, treks off to find a way to prove himself so that he may return. Basically Zuko the Bug, but with less Iroh and more Shakespeare. Oh. Okay. So let's begin. The night was cold, colder than what was considered normal for Hallownest, that rotted kingdom lying in a bed of corpses far below. The biting chill reminded Vandal why his ancestors, said corpses, that littered said kingdom, had settled in the dark rather than up here amidst the howling winds of the surface, even if it was the surface. When Vandal looked up, he saw no stars, just black. Blacker clouds speckled the sky, giving it some form of texture. Even then, he wasn't sure that it wasn't just more cave ceiling. Whenever he was up here, he wondered if the surface truly existed, if the world was just a cruel catacomb of twisting caverns and dimly lit surfaces, empty as the aforementioned sky. Vandal stopped staring into the nothing above, his long neck craned down to the task at hand, wiping the unnerving orange blood off from his stained needle. He appreciated this moment of rest. He had fought hard for it. The lumbering carcasses of the past inhabitants of Hallownest, in this case a pack of humble miners turned mindless cannibals, presented a challenge for travelers, but he was no simple wanderer. Vandal was a mantis, so he made short work of the reanimated husks. Now they lay in a line, silent and still as they were supposed to be. He intended to dig graves for each one. The undead showed no honor or mercy, but Vandal was not them, and he would give them the burial they didn't deserve. Vandal briefly pondered on how this all came to be as he flicked off another glob of pulsating goo. What was this strange infection that had cursed every corner of this clearly once grand kingdom? Where did the king go? Would Hallownest ever overcome this? Vandal supposed it didn't really matter. The fate of Hallownest was of no concern to him, as he was mantis kin. Thoughts of the mantis tribe brought him back to the fungal wastes.
Fuck this hole!
Salsa! How are you? How's work? Fuck this hole! Sweet and earthy smell had perforated the thick air, and warm, spongy ground gave it a unique texture to the rest of the grand caverns in the world. Some may call it strange, but a mantis would call it home. Back of the class for salsa. Make rude noises. Man, work is okay. I have therapy in an hour. It's no worries, salsa. I didn't disable any of like the like walk-ons or anything. Like those are fine. I just disabled blurps like in the channel points. But awesome. I hope you have good therapy, and I hope work gets better. I hope your day is okay though. I was hoping you would say fuck this hole during a sussy time. Well, I don't think I got any like super sussy fanfics. I tried to leave out all the sexual shit. I might not have left out all the sexual shit, but all of the like insane rough sexual shit I left out, because I was like, I don't need to hear about Hornet getting choked and fucked in the ass by Hollow Knight. Okay? I just don't. So this one is a story about a mantis from the mantis tribe, and he is, yeah, I know, ew, that's a mood. They exist, Big Bear, okay? They exist. So I tried to leave those out. This one is about a mantis who is fighting in the Colosseum, and then he starts to sense that the king is alive, so he wants to go find him. Nothing surprises me on the internet. I've read Sonic fanfiction. Sonic? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's hilarious. That's gross. Anyway, so thoughts of the mantis tribe brought him back to the fungal waste. Sweet and earthy smell had perforated the thick air, and warm, spongy ground gave it a unique texture to the rest of the grand caverns in the world. Some may call it strange, but a mantis would call it home. It saddened Vandal greatly to remember that he couldn't return. The Mantis Lords wouldn't accept him, not after he failed a quest from the Lord Trench. He and others had been selected by the Lord to become more powerful than their sisters. "Hear my words, mighty warriors," he had said, his voice reverberating across the walls of the small cave he had led his followers into. The only light was a piercing orange coming from the Lord's eyes, a sign of his new strength. "Reach out to the light, follow the call. Heed well your dreams, and you shall achieve dominance unbeknownst to those who call themselves your lords." The crowd had cheered then, but Vandal was unsure. Unsure of betraying the 3 other lords, and unsure he could even find the light. Vandal was strange amongst bugs, for by virtue of some cruel joke played by higher beings, or a random, unfortunate roll of cosmic dice, he could not dream. When Vandal slept, all he saw was the blackness of slumber. All he heard was the silence of unconsciousness. He had tried, but to no avail. Vandal found no burning light in his heart, and to make matters worse, Trench had noticed his struggle amongst the crowd. "You there." He had a pointed scythe claw at the smaller mantis. "I see no fire in your eyes. I hear no thunder in your heart. What is the matter, boy? Could it be you're too weak in your convictions to see the light? Too low in strength to even receive the gift?" The cave had erupted in laughter, and Vandal shrunk back. He, as any bug would be, was not fond of the ridicule. "I assure you, my lord, my dedication is true." He had insisted, giving his case once the uproar had subsided. "I desire the power. I know I am ready. Tell me what I must do to find the light." "Ready?" Trench had scoffed. "I doubt it. You're more akin to a maggot than a mantis, but at least a maggot can dream." More laughter. Vandal shrunk back further. "However," his voice cut through the noise like a sharpened needle, "if your dedication is true, then prove it. Go out into the caves, find a powerful beast or a skilled warrior. Don't bother coming back unless you bring its head with you." Vandal nearly thought he was kidding, but Trench did not joke. All eyes were on him now, and Vandal simply bowed. "Yes, my lord," he said, swallowing back fear and shock, and left without another word. Onyx, hello, how are you? We're doing a Hollow Knight fanfiction reading stream today, so I hope you're here for some cozy ass vibes. How are you doing today? Since then, Vandal had lost most perception of time. He felt like he had been wandering the endless spiraling paths of Hallownest forever, and he had seen most of it. No creature seemed worthy to fall by his blade. None of them, he thought, would aid in his return to the tribe. None except Hornet. Oops. I just woke up. Hello, Miss Liz Creature. Well, good morning and coffee cheers. I hope you're having a good morning, Onyx. I'm having an amazing day so far, and I have lots of candles lit around the room. Oh man, my white candles are going low battery, but whatever. Me have coffee too? Hell yeah, get some coffee! Get some coffee! Ozzy! 11 months!
Lizade too cozy, Lizade too cozy, Lizade too cozy.
Thank you for the resub for 11 months, Ozzy! Oh my god, almost a year. I cannot believe it. You legend! Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate you. You're the best. You have a new Keurig now? Nice. I've never had a... Well, actually, never mind. I did at work when I used to work at a office. We did have Keurig, but... Yeah, I hope you're having a great day, Ozzy! Or evening. Evening. Are you working tonight? I approve of this fucking shit's baked! Good morning! How are you? It's good to see you, dude! We're doing the Hollow Knight fanfiction stream! And it's been so cozy and a vibe. So, I I think I might actually open... maybe not. Because the light from the hallway, like, messes up the lighting in the room. But I kind of want the dogs to be able to come in. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it later. Just got home from my concert, going well. Oh my god, I'm so glad your concert went so well, Ozzy. That's awesome. We're currently reading a story about, is it spicy fanfic? I don't know, you'll have to find out. I haven't read any of them before pulling them up. I just wanted to find, I read the summaries. Concert who played and just waking up drinking a breakfast blend coffee with half and half. Ooh, yum. That sounds good. So currently we are reading a story about the Mantis Elegy. So a Mantis disgraced by his clan treks off to find a way to prove himself so that he may return. So that is the story that we're reading today. Okay, so I'll start from up here then. Since then, Vandel had lost most perception of time. He felt like he had been wandering the endless, spiraling paths of Hallownest forever, and he had seen most of it. No creature seemed worthy to fall by his blade. None of them, he thought, would aid in his return to the tribe. None except Hornet. He had read her name in the old homes of Deepnest, the result of a deal brokered between the Pale King and Hera the Hunter. Both names meant little to Vandel. Both beings were long since dead, but the Princess of Hallownest remained. He had seen the flash of her crimson cloak as she flew on threads through the corpse of the dead kingdom with graceful efficiency, as if she were on the run or desperately trying to reach something. I remember when I used to write short stories, more like mini books. Really? You used to write them on floppy? No way! Onyx, you should go back to doing that. That sounds awesome. What she searched for, Vandel wasn't sure, but he had seen her in combat, against deadly opponents and terrifying foes. Vandel had seen her bring them down in only a few strikes, 7 at most, as he gathered. She was a master with the needle and thread she wielded, and after witnessing the daughter of the Pale King in action, Vandel had known it was her he seeked. Such a powerful warrior would grant him entry into the tribe once more. He almost felt sorry, being about to rob the world of such a beautiful fighter, but it was necessary. At least, that's what he kept telling himself. A part of Vandel had grown sick of all the violence, all the bloodshed had taken life and desensitized him to the idea of returning to such a rough life. But it was the only thing he knew, the only thing he had been aiming for. What else did he have? I thought about it, I don't know. I think you should. Why not? Did it bring you joy? If it still brings you some joy and relaxation, I say do it. All you need is a pen and paper, man. Vandel knew where Hornet was. That's why he was here amongst the screaming wind. He had tracked her to the kingdom's edge, and knew she was waiting for something, as she had been very still in a lonely room for a day or two now. As Vandel mentally prepared himself, he did something Lord Trench would surely shun. Looking out over the bleak surface, out at that lonely town in the distance, he felt the call of the brush and canvas. So Vandel gave in and painted what he saw. A vast black landscape was boring to some, but to Vandel it was something that deserved to be remembered, immortalized. He doubted many bugs saw this. Even in the halcyon days of Hallownest, being able to put it down on parchment and paint, it brought the Mantis peace. The same peace fighting was supposed to bring him, but it didn't. Verdant, good morning! How are you? I accidentally slept in, but how's the stream going? Stream is going really well. We are reading some Hallownest fanfiction, and just having a nice cozy stream today. Yeah, so we're reading stories, and I got all the candles lit, and we got some coffee. It's going great. How are you? How did you sleep? I remember one of the stories. It was a story about a team that was brought together by an organization to get information from an abandoned post on an experimental island. It was an island full of zombies, but it had a big twist that made it have a bit of karma bad ending. Ooh, that's awesome, Onyx. I love that. I love stories, especially like, I don't know, I love being able to just like go into another world, another like dimension, and just like immerse yourself into that. I think that's why I like video games so much too, is because like you get to immerse yourself in another world, and I just love that feeling. So I love stories. I love listening to stories. I like reading, and games with really good story are the best games in my opinion. And I really need to get back into reading. I haven't really read like physical books in a while. It's been a really long time. So hopefully I'll be able to like get some better work-life balance soon and read more. Vandal was quite distracted by the piece, so much so that he didn't hear the small bug approach from behind. He only noticed once turning around to take a break. Behind him was a tiny creature in a tattered cloak. Long, curved horns didn't add much to its height, but the hollow, empty eyes that stared up at Vandal gave it endless depth, and gave him the feeling this was something new, something different. For a world in stasis that was an often missed wonder. Before he spoke, he noted a charm adorning the bug's cape. It was small and brown, but instantly recognizable as the mark of pride. Something the Mantis Lords gave to those they respected. He wasn't sure how such a small creature could gain such respect, but he dared not question the authority of the Lords. Vandal bowed to it in greeting. "Hello there, little one," he said, giving a pause for its response. The bug said nothing. Its empty eyes seemed to deepen. After a pause, Vandal continued. "Oh, there it is. I mean you no harm. I am just resting before a glorious battle. If I come out successful, I will be allowed to return to my tribe." He found no warmth in those words, no excitement, only steadfast duty. Vandal discovered he was not as interested in that topic as he believed, and it appeared the bug wasn't interested as well. It looked up toward the painting, moving closer to admire the brushstrokes and details. "That is my painting. It's a wonderful landscape, empty as it is. I thought it'd be a shame not to capture such a view." They shared a silence as the tiny knight stared at the piece, completely enamored by it. After some time, it finally managed to tear itself away, at which point it dropped a small pile of geo on the ground. Vandal was surprised. Kindness was very rare in this land. "Ah, it's not for sale," he began to explain, but the bug just nodded its head and left him to his solitude on the cliff. So the person who put together the team had his rival lead the team. He gave everyone a physical to see if they were eligible, but in the end, he used that lie to implant a bomb in the heart of the rival. If he would die, the bomb would go off and destroy the island, but remember the bad karma ending? Well, the leader rival would find out about the bomb, escape the island solo, get back to the organization, and stress himself out to death to make the bomb go off. Oh my god, Onyx! Isekai Party, hello! How are you? Good morning. You can call me Liz. Friends, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, and thank you so much for the lurk. We're having a Hollow Knight fanfic reading stream today, so it's nice and cozy, nice and calm. So I hope you will enjoy while you lurk. You are not crazy, Onyx. That's a cool story. I'm good. I'm glad. I hope you're having a good day. And thank you so much for the lurk as well. We're just reading a story about a mantis who was shunned from the mantis tribe in Hollow Knight. You look beautiful. You can call me Liz. Thank you so much, though. I'm more of an idealistic person now. Knowing things, I'd have someone help me put my stories on paper. You should put your stories on paper. You should do it. That would be awesome, Onyx. It is an amazing thing for someone to be able to tell a good story. And honestly, you could do stuff like this. You can put your stories on the internet. 'Cause why not? People will be able to read them and your name will be on it. And if you want to make it into like a book or a collection of stories in a book, I think that would be really cool. So back to the story. I've thought about it. I have a friend who does this. You should! That's amazing! I say why not? What do you have to lose, honestly? I think it would be fun. No. I am here for you guys, so I am always down to... I have chat right next to this. So whenever you guys chat, I will pause. And that's, you know, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to talk to you guys. Vandel looked down at the geo, each shard of carved metal shining brilliantly under the light of nearby Lumafly lanterns. Okie dokie, hell yeah. He was unsure what to think of this. Vandel usually left his paintings once he was finished. It would be too much to carry them, so his thoughts did not linger on their worth. But this small creature, it looked upon an unfinished splatter of paint and saw it to be a masterpiece. Vandel couldn't begin to understand what those empty eyes saw. He left the painting unfinished. Its splotchy colors and sketchy feel actually seemed better that way, especially since this time Vandel actually took time to admire the brushstrokes and color choice he so absently picked out. Descending into the snowy kingdom's edge, he found that was all he could think about. A lonely little painting on top of the very boundary of the world. Before the mantis knew it, he arrived at his destination. On the other side of the room he peered into was the crimson cloak he had seen before, gently swaying in the wind. It seemed to dance with the pieces of ash that fell from the ceiling and got caught in the wind. He must have made a sound because the bug turned to him. Small, slanted eyes narrowed his way. As the horned mask of Hornet beheld Vandel, who took a step forward, both bugs unsheathed their nails, both shining in the light. "You are not the little ghost," she said, the striking and commanding voice slashing through the ashy air. "Turn around, fool, lest you wish to fall to my needle. This place is not for your eyes to see. It is sacred, forbidden." "I have not come for whatever treasure you guard," he informed her, sliding his leg back and holding his nail forward, the common defensive stance of his people. "I have come for you. Your head will grant me re-entry into the tribe I have been disgraced from." Hornet scoffed, and when she spoke, Lord Trench spoke with her. "You make such claims, but your voice lacks conviction. I doubt you even believe yourself worthy to return to your home, much less keep holding that nail of yours. I urge you again, turn around. This isn't worth throwing away your life for." Vandel didn't move. "So be it," said Hornet, shifting on her feet. "I will make this swift." Then she vanished, and in a flash, she was in Vandel's face. The mantis had barely enough time to react, lifted his nail with such speed that sparks flew when the blades connected. Before he could even think about counterattack, Hornet was gone again. Like a graceful dancer, she spun around the stage, lashing out with brutal speed and power. Vandel could barely keep up at first, desperately defending against the endless onslaught brought forth by that needle and thread. "Headshot! Good morning, how are you? Happy hump day! I'm good. I'm good. We're having a cozy Hollow Knight fanfiction reading stream. So I found like a bunch of different stories that people have written inside the world of Hollow Knight, and it was a sub goal from last month that we got, so we're doing it today. So we got all the candles lit, we got the coffee, of course, and we're vibing today. Guess who's only 4.6 away? Let's go, bandits! How are you? It's good to see you. Bonk myself. You have... Oh, Onyx. I hope you're having a great day, Headshot. We got some nice rain and lo-fi vibes happening today. My phone keeps lighting up. I need to turn it upside down. Tired. Very, very tired. You're always tired, bandits. What can you do to make yourself not tired? Do you have insomnia? I think I remember you saying you had insomnia. I'm sorry, dude. That sucks. I'd sleep forever if I could. I love sleep. Yeah, me too. I'm sorry that you're dealing with that. That sucks, man. Hopefully it gets better over time. It sucks being tired all the time. But you got this. I believe. I believe. And you're doing a good job. Doing a good job. Let's see. Where was I? Like a graceful dancer, she spun around the stage, lashing out with the brutal speed and power. Vandel could barely keep up at first, desperately defending against the endless onslaught brought forth by that needle and thread. As he strained to see beyond just his eyes, Vandel soon saw the melody of the battle and joined the dance. The two warriors struck out at each other, matching one another blow for blow. Flashes of blue and red jumping from the floor, the wall, anywhere that could make contact. Vandel began to feel confident once more, striking out and catching Hornet in the side, causing her to tumble to the floor, but he had forgotten a crucial element. Vandel tripped on an invisible string, and then he was tangled by it. Every jump, every dash, Hornet had been laying out more and more thread, all invisible unless caught in the light in which it shined like dew, and was covered up by the falling chalky shards of ash. And now he had fallen into the trap. Struggling only restrained the mantis more, and he had dropped his nail. Now Hornet loomed over him, needle in hand. She raised the blades, and all of Vandel's life flashed before his eyes. "I yield!" he cried, swallowing back any semblance of pride and honor, hoping to every higher being he knew that the bug would show mercy. Hornet lowered the blade, saying nothing, but proving the mercy Vandel prayed for was there. With a flick of her wrist, she sliced through the string, dropping the mantis to the ground. "Leave this place," Hornet said in the coldest of voices, "and never return." Vandel didn't need to be told twice. Insomnia sucks, but so does needing sleep. If I had it my way, sleeping would be optional for me. I feel that. I know exactly what you mean, bandits. I would be so happy if there was just way more time in the day. I feel like there's never enough time in the day. But then when you don't sleep, it's like, it just leads to a bunch of other problems, like depression and anxiety and lack of motivation and things like that. So it's worth it to take care of yourself and sleep, if you can, because insomnia is a thing and it does suck. Vandel was once again surrounded by the scent and feeling of the fungal waste, but it brought him no comfort. He had failed, and was only coming back to say as much. Perhaps he would be executed, perhaps. Oh, two perhaps. He felt like he deserved it. In the fight with Hornet, he had not given it his all. The corrosive negative thoughts fighting that had infected his heart had only spread, until he could barely...
You're sending me to my death.
Ozzy. I love that blurb so much. If anyone is unaware, That is Paul, my husband, that said that. And Sargra clipped it and made it a blurb. And it is chef's fucking kiss. He felt like he deserved it. In the fight with Hornet, he had not given it his all. The corrosive negative thoughts fighting that had infected his heart had only spread, until he could hardly bear to raise his nail to strike down a being. When he looked in their infected, empty eyes, all he saw was himself, trapped in that spider's web, begging for mercy with fearful eyes. He prayed the Mantis Lords would show him mercy as well. He stopped at the gates of the village, took a moment to compose himself, and moved on. As he entered the wooden paths and posts of the village, he saw the skulls hanging on spikes and torches burning eternally. Vandal felt something was off. For once, the air was clear of the acrid stench of infection. The smell usually hung over all of Hallownest, but here it was gone. For another, there was no resistance to his entry. The Mantis guards lining nearly every path and outpost simply watched him as he passed, silently looking upon Vandal with slit eyes. No one got in his way as he sought an audience with the lords. He arrived at their chambers and found another peculiar sight. Trench's throne, which usually stood tall over any that entered the room along with the other chairs, was gone, reduced to a rubble-covered stump. What remained was the three sisters, talking quietly amongst themselves until one by one they noticed his presence. Vandal kneeled before their imposing stature. "My lords," he said, "I have returned unsuccessful from my quest. I humbly request your mercy." Ass stench of infection. Hydration! Hello, good morning. Thank you for the hydrate. I hope you're having an awesome day, dude. Thank you, Ozzy, for the hydrate as well. The lords exchanged strange looks. "What quest do you speak of?" Makoto asked, addressing Vandal with the same tone she would address any warrior. The respect she showed made him look up in surprise. He composed himself once more. "Lord Trench told me I wasn't strong enough. He sent me off." "Lord Trench was a treacherous madman," Koji interrupted. Known for her fiery temper, she took hold of the room with it, silencing Vandal. "He sought to topple us and bring the infection into our sanctuary. Do not speak his name." "The traitor lord, along with his followers, were banished a long time ago," Makoto said, her calm tone taking the reins of the conversation. "All those weak enough to turn to the blistering light in their dreams deserved their fate, cast out forever." Vandal could hardly believe his ears. Trench was a traitor. His supposed strength was weakness. Does that mean? "It does," the third sister spoke. Eldest and wisest of the three, she bore no name except for Mantis Lord. "You are not banished, and you are stronger than those traitors could ever hope to be. Welcome back, Vandal." Vandal looked up at them, hearing the words he had always wanted to hear, but they weren't as sweet as he had hoped. They felt more like a disappointment, another burden. "My apologies, lords, but I don't know if I deserve this. I have lost my thirst for violence. My heart doesn't lie with the traitors nor the warrior lifestyle. I have failed you." He awaited their verdict, but heard laughter instead. The Mantis Lords let out refined chuckles at what Vandal didn't find that funny. It was peculiar. "Young Vandal," the Mantis Lord herself spoke, "while important, we do not judge you purely on your willingness to use your nail to strike down foes. Such thoughts stem from senseless violence alone. We do not exist to govern the path of your life. You do." Vandal found himself speechless. What was now obvious in hindsight hit him like 1,000 hammers. His nail didn't define him, and neither did his physical strength. To hear the words come from another bug, from one he regarded so highly, meant the world and more to Vandel. It was enough to bring him to tears. "I thank you, my lords," he said, kneeling again. "I cannot offer my nail in your service, but I have found a passion for the arts. I offer my brush instead." The lords exchanged a look and nodded. "That is all we ask," Makoto said. If it hadn't taken long for his home to be dusted off and set up as a painter's studio, Vandel hung his nail on the wall, a proud reminder of a time he had set in the past. Now he used his newfound skills for a new purpose, adorning the Mantis village with the sights of his travels and new worlds created entirely from his mind. Across the village, mantises came to pay respect to for his peace, to sing his praises, or to just admire what new image he was conjuring up. This time, it wasn't a landscape. Vandel decided to try something new, something that was dear to his heart and that journey in his new path. A little bug with curved horns and empty eyes that saw more in Vandel than he did in himself. That was so good. That was a really good story. Aww. I love that. This one's called A Hollow Knight Mantis Elegy by Danger Writes, and it is so good. Do I have to have like an account to drop like a... Oh, never mind. Now paint me like one of your French bugs. Right? Ah, that is a nothing. What? That is amazing. I love this so much. This was really good. Did I... Oh, that was the long one. Okay, so we can get rid of this one. I kind of want to read some of the poetries because that is nothing. Yeah, I think I just read the word in the paragraph and it came out. But I kind of want to read some of the poetry ones because this person made a collection of poetry based on all the areas of Hollow Knight, so like Dirtmouth and Forgotten Crossroads and Green Path and things like that. So I want to read these pieces of poetry. Robin, good morning. 70%, that's what I'm talking about, dude. How are you? I hope you're having a great day. We're doing our Hollow Knight fanfiction reading stream today, so it's been nice and cozy, and we're just drinking some coffee, listening to the rain, listening to some music, and reading some amazing stories. We just finished one about a mantis who tried to prove himself to the traitor lord, but then was able to return to the mantis area and live his life happily, which was awesome. That was a really cute story. 83, let's go, Ozzy. How are you, Robin? How's your day so far? I might heat up my coffee in a moment. So this one is poetry. So we're gonna read some poetry. Hi, Chris. How are you? Good morning. I hope you're having a good day, dude. So this person made a collection of poetry based on the areas of Hollow Knight. More stuff to do today. Lunchtime. Hell yeah, I hope you have a good lunch. So this one is called Dirtmouth. Husks of homes huddled together to shield themselves from the wind. Dust is dragged over rock and stone with no gentle place to rest. A shadow of life whispers to itself, lonesome memories of a nobler time. Desperation erodes to despair, reminding us of our fate of dust. It rests upon an ancient corpse whose stomach is swollen with disease. Dirtmouth is an empty town, full of only ghosts now. That's really nice. I like that. I I am girl bossing. Thank you. Hope you're slaying. I am slaying. I'm so glad you're girl bossing today. Let's go. Sorry to steal your coziness. No, only 30%. What's up, K-Nice? How are you? It's good to see you. I hope you're having a great day, dude. How are you? How are you? Wig? What's wig? We are, for anyone that has just came into chat, we are having a nice, cozy fanfiction reading stream. And Hollow Knight is my favorite game. And we're reading a bunch of stories and poems that are in that world from people that are fans of the world themselves. Jean, good morning! No, that's not good cozy. No, we need better cozy than that. Doing okay, just woke up this morning. How are you doing? Well, good morning, K-Nice. I'm doing really well. I'm having a really good morning. This is a vibe. It's another thing they say on a drag race. I've never seen any, but I love the culture. Oh, what does it mean though? Good thing I'm here for coziness, reading with Liz. Let's go! How's your day, Jean? I hope it got a little bit better than your morning this morning. Jiner! No worries, Pete, you deserve the coziness. Pete does deserve the coziness. He does. All of you do. So we just read Dirtmouth. Let's read another one. The next one is about Forgotten Crossroads. The air is not so cold down here, beneath the earth's rotting skin. The silence is not so eclipsing down here. It speaks not of glory or sin. The poison is not so scary down here. You don't know you've breathed it in. Keep up the good work in stream. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you. The wig flew. I am shook. Oh, hell yeah. Nice. But Buzz Robo, hello, welcome in. If I said, or if I pronounced your name incorrectly, please correct me. I would like to say your name correctly. I hope you're having a great day. We are having a cozy Hollow Knight fan fiction reading stream. We are just reading some stories, listening to the rain, listening to some music, drinking some coffee. It's a nice cozy vibe today. Oh, I said it right. Let's go. So welcome. I hope you're having an awesome morning. Had to go do stuff. How was the story? So good. We read 2 stories. So now we're on some poetry, which so far is really good. We read the first one, which was Dirtmouth. This person makes poetry based on the areas of Hollow Knight that they've explored in the game. So we just read 2 of them, so I'm gonna keep going. I think there's like 21, yeah. And then they have another collection, which is awesome. I found 2 of them from the same person, so I'm really excited. Have you ever written any fanfic yourself? No, I actually have never even read fanfiction, let alone write it. So last month we had a sub goal because when I play Hollow Knight, you guys love when I read like the commentary and things like that in the game. So it was a sub, well, we made it a sub goal for me to do like a reading stream. And yeah, so that's what we're doing today. It's nice and cozy. It got better, was just not ready to be on hero mode just yet. I feel you, Jean. I'm glad it got better though. Are you kidding me? I just lost power? So the stream is having trouble connecting. Oh no, Verdant! I'm sorry! I hope you can have, I hope your power comes back. I have never written fanfic, but I once made plans for a Skyrim playthrough with a backstory for my character that was so deep it could have easily turned into a fanfic. Nice, nice. I'm gonna take this pillow out. This is like the pillow that comes with my chair. And sometimes I just put it here so that I don't have it on the floor anymore, but it was getting uncomfortable. I feel like it's forcing me to lean forward. But that's awesome, dude. There's like a bunch of, isn't there like a bunch of stories you can read in Skyrim as well? I'm pretty sure that's a thing. But yeah, so welcome in, Bus Robo. We are doing doing some reading. And I'm gonna read the next one. Are you sounding scratchy today, or is it my connection? I'm sounding scratchy? Like my voice? We have rain playing in the background. Does it sound okay? Does it sound like rain? I hope it sounds like rain. Because if it doesn't, I can change it. Sounds good here? Okay. Thank you, Verdant, for the posture check. I appreciate you. It's all good for me? Okay. Okay, it might be your connection then, Robin. So this one is Forgotten Crossroads 2. The air is freezing cold up here, with no plants to imitate heat. God, everything is dead up here, though it's scuffed by many feet. At least I can catch my breath up here and rest on an iron seat. Green path. Fungi and cotton balls, poisonous effigies, buried in caverns down under the earth. Hollow-eyed enemies, green-leafed monstrosities, seek out a purpose in asphodel fields. I think the backtrack is meant to be crackling scratchy. Yeah, it is. It's like, it's muffled. It's muffled, it's called Muffled Lo-Fi with Rain, Sleep Chill Late Night Study Vibes. Is this it? Yes, this one. Fungal wastes. Spores dance in the air, like stars they dot the earth and sky. Turned around from when or where, the only question left is why. Why do the animals in these fungal farms have helmets for skulls and blades for arms? They were born for war in this poisonous place, but what is it for? There is no one to face. With deadly moisture that burns skin and shell, is this cavern a cloister, or is it hell? Aside from the everlasting darkness of no power. I'm sorry, Verdant, that sucks! I think, oh, I read that. All good, I guess just different from normal. HK streaming. Yeah, true. HK screaming. You're right. We're trying to be cozy vibes today. It's raining here at the moment and your soundtrack is adding to my coziness. Yay, I'm glad. I'll be back later, gonna go do some stuff around the house. No worries, Verdant. Thank you for being here, dude. I appreciate you. This one is Fog Canyon. Tendrils caress the mist, pop bubbles of air and whist. Angels float pure of face, silently speaking of grace. Light brushes each fissure, makes ethereal the scissure. What a rapturous prize to find paradise. Huh. I didn't really like that one. There was a couple words in there I didn't even know existed. But that's fine. City of Tears, one of my favorite places. The sky weeps endlessly through night and day, eternally singing the last refrain, in hopes it will wash the sickness away. Statues that cannot speak still fiercely pray, that their stone forms may be free from the rain. The sky weeps endlessly through night and day. Husks carve weary paths in the roads, and they subject themselves to the meaningless pain, in hopes it will wash the sickness away. Tall and proud, the city's death is in delay. The minds are gone, but the bodies remain. The sky weeps endlessly through night and day. Lock out the souls and lock in the decay. Forget the pain of loss and the joy of gain, in hopes it will wash the sickness away. My tears are dry, and there is nothing to say, except goodbye to this beautiful stain. The sky weeps endlessly through night and day, in hopes it will wash the sickness away. I'll keep you tab, but I need sleep. Good night, Liz, you bloody great cozy legend. Much love to everyone else. Good night, Ozzy. Get some sleep, dude. I'm glad you had an awesome day today. I must sadly get going, Miss Liz. I have a stream to prepare for. I'm happy got to catch some reading from you. Thank you. We'll see you later. I was gonna say good night. Have a great day, Onyx, and have a great stream. Can't picture the scene. Oh, this one? Yeah, this one I didn't really like, but they also said Fog Canyon didn't particularly stand out to me at first. So I think they had a bit of trouble with it too. But I liked this one. Then we have the Royal Waterways. Deep in His Majesty's toilet. Well, I'd rather not spoil it. Let's just say there is goo and also some poo. Watch your cloak and make sure not to soil it. The edge of the world brings neither sadness nor fear. Inevitably, the wind will overtake us and carry our sins away. Crystal Peak. Do you see the light? It lays beyond that wall, trapped in crystal and stone. It glimmers like forgiveness. Do you feel the light? It fills this ancient place, neither warm nor cold. It embraces all with love. Do you hear the light? It hides under the silence, humming a tuneless song. It murmurs comforting words. Sense. Do you smell the light? It wafts through the chill air, carrying tales from time past. It promises a remembrance of home. Do you taste the light? It rests on the tip of your tongue, swirling with faint yet rich flavor. It tastes sweeter than a kiss. Light. All the bloody best, Pete. All the bloody best, Mr. Stone. Ancient Basin. Just below the bottom of the world, lost souls coated with orange melt into ebony. The void cleanses all. Infected Crossroads. The corpse skeleton was long eroded of flesh or blood. It laid in the grave silently, an imitation of death. A robber came at night and stuffed its rib cage with pulsing organs. Now veins pump fiery blood to the throbbing heart. Burning air swirls from invisible twin lungs. Silence is replaced by winds whipping around like the sounds of screams. Deep Nest! What is the path of a dream? Can it reach past the confines of the mind and give itself shape in the world of the waking? Something scratches. This must be the skull, a dying mind conjuring one last image. Gray matter walls mirror a nightmare forever on. Shadows shift. Beasts move freely in the shadows. Were their bodies twisted by the nightmare? Or were they born from fragments of the shade of a soul? Something breathes. The walls surround. Resting grounds. Sleep. Do not weep. Children must sleep. Here in caverns dark and deep, children and warriors must find their sleep. Though nightmares may lurk and husks may creep, children and warriors, lovers and mourners must find their sleep. Their errant spirits still yearn for the sweet fruit of life to discover and reap. Children and warriors, lovers and mourners, knights and shades must find their sleep. Queen's Gardens, my other favorite place. Leaves like scythes slice the air, fresh pockets of breath flow out. The tree bark is neither soft nor fair, yet fervent worshippers wait devout. Here among plants overgrown, there is peace in being alone. Vines grow plump on life and love. There's enough behind for those above. I like that one. Kingdom's Edge. Drifting, diamond skin to earth, falling, bulls to the grave, resting, rows of bodies, climbing, carapace with nail in hand, waiting, white masked protector, answers all at Kingdom's Edge. Coliseum of Fools, okay. Hear that sound, those cheering voices, the rapturous noises from those cheering voices. A fool's battle, a lonely night, to show the might of a lonely night. Blood rains down, a starving crowd. The roars are loud from a starving crowd. Mercy gone, the raucous laughter. Nothing thereafter but the raucous laughter. Lurk, gonna take a nap. Sounds good, Gritty. Thank you so much for the lurk and have a good nap, dude. The Abyss. The light is soft, bones crunch underfoot. Figures move in the dark, all is silent. The air hangs stagnant, shadowy tendrils reach out. The dark water is soothing, like a mother's embrace. The Hive. Honey-rich walls, honey-rich floors, honey-rich windows, honey-rich doors. Chests full of nectar, beeswax abundant, deep golden color, pollen incumbent. Honey-rich chairs, honey-rich tables, honey-rich storybooks, honey-rich fables. Soldiers strike, guardians fly, knights defend, and queens die. Here before, here it will stay, never to crumble, never to fade. I love that! That's awesome. They say, for some reason I'm craving Honey Nut Cheerios. Oh my god, that's awesome. I love Honey Nut Cheerios. God home. Filtering light through the delicate clouds, reverent tears fill an ocean with prayer. Wrappings cling tighter to beauty it shrouds, crying out mercy to gods who aren't there. Cheering of thunderous magnitude rings, the bloodshed prophetic holds words holy. Killers are preachers and godslayers kings. What gospel could last so long, so solely? Waken the dead and waken the dreaming, ascend them to heights they never have known. Take their sticks, give them weapons of gleaming. Bind the godling, watch it face them alone. This is the home of gods and deities. Leave all your thoughts of peaceful pieties. Damn. The White Palace. Strip away the opulence, tear down the ornate walls, break through the arching ceilings, bring lower the bowing sycophants. Strip the molds down to shadow, shatter the buzzsaws, crush the spikes, crack and crumble each statue. What is left? A father and a child, and the unspoken grief between them. Aww. That was really good. I liked those. That's awesome. So let's do some more stories and then we'll go back to poems. What's this one? So this one is To Be the Hollow Knight. The summary is Hollow muses over what it's like to be the Hollow Knight. Is this the whole thing? Holy. Okay. So let's read this one next. And if you guys have ones that you like want me to read, or if you're like looking through any fan fiction stories for Hollow Knight and you like them and you want me to read them, definitely send me a link in the Discord and I will read them too. Poopy, hello, how are you? Welcome to the cozy Hollow Knight fan fiction reading stream. We're reading stories, listening to rain and muffled lo-fi, drinking coffee as always. How are you today? We just finished a collection of poems, which was really cute. I think I might save this one for last because it's like the longest one. It's 28,000 words, so we'll save that one. But I think all these other ones are kind of small. I'm doing great. How are you? No bleeps for you today. Blurps, yeah. I know I pinned the message. The blurps are disabled for now. Only some of them. Just like the loud ones and the long ones, like the dancing one and stuff like that. Just because I want to keep the stream as cozy as possible today. I'm doing great. How are you? I'm really good today, Poopy. I actually had a pretty good night's sleep and a pretty good morning, so I'm just vibing. I know, Jiner, I spelled it wrong. Hold on, let me see if I can copy it. I can. Well, guess what? I'ma fix it. I'ma fix it. Look at that. Look at that. Let me unpin the other one. Unpin. Pin. Boom. No longer a typo. Disabled. What are you guys up to today? What are you guys doing? I have to pee, actually. I'll find something else to complain about. Complain about the fact that you failed at getting my horses yesterday. Okay, hold on, wait. Let me pull up some words on stream. And I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I'm also gonna heat up my coffee. Because turns out when you put coffee in a smaller mug, it gets cold faster. I let you have them. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Let's see. Where is my words on stream? Here we go. We'll pull up words on stream. Coffee. I forgot to do the thing where I have to copy the damn link again. It makes you copy the link for the browser source every single time instead of just having it work once. You know, I don't know why it does, but it does, and it's annoying. Small. I'm gonna drop the top in the Jeep. Ooh, and pick up some Japanese food and Starbucks. Bro, that sounds so nice. Pick up some boba while you at it. Well, you're getting Starbucks, so never mind. Japanese food and boba, best vibes. Best vibes. So I'm gonna run to the bath. This was so cozy. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I was nervous that no one was gonna be here because it's not like I'm playing a game or anything. So I was like, I hope people still like it. But it was a sub goal and you guys wanted it, so I'm glad. Okay, so I'm gonna run to the bathroom and heat up some coffee, and I will be right back. Thank you guys for playing while I was gone. I got a fresh cup of coffee. I just filled up, because I had already made coffee this morning, but I've refilled my cup and heated it up. Hi, Kai! How are you? How's your day? How are you doing? Hi, Porker! How are you? It's good to see you. Deperla, hello, welcome in. English only, please. But hello, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Oh, you were trying to get the word. Never mind. You're good. Quanto. That is a word. Well, it's not English. But, I don't know. Does words on stream do, like Spanish words and stuff too? Day's okay. So much rain today. Hell yeah. Well, the rainy vibes of stream, I guess we'll, oh, we only need one more word. See us in Espanol. Yeah, I know, but English only in chat, please. Let's go! We got the last word! What was it? I didn't even see it! Oh my god, Poopy! Let's fucking go! I love it! Oh my god, hell yeah. Thank you guys for playing while I was gone. Let's hide this real quick. Where is it? I don't have this one on my stream deck. There we go. Liz John, did you get a parking ticket today? Cause you got fine written all over you. Shadow. I did not. Thank you. Let's go. I went crazy. You did the damn thing, Poopy. How are you, Porker? It's good to see you. I got a cozy sweater as well. I actually was wearing the sweater this morning and I was gonna wear it for stream. I took it off earlier while I was making breakfast. And then I was like, I forgot to put it on. So we're cozy now. We're cozier now. This is spicy fan fiction, yes. So I haven't read. So what I did was I avoided some of the really sexual ones. But we might have some like stuff in there. I don't know, because I didn't read them. I just read like the summaries and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. We only read 2 stories and a collection of poems so far, which is awesome. And it's been so nice. It's been so nice. I fell asleep during the cozy readings, but I'm back now! Baked! I'm glad that it was cozy for you! Let's go! Got my mileage in already, hungry now. Gotta cook and take a vitamin. Take vitamin breakfast? What do you mean by a vitamin breakfast? Gotta have a minimum amount of spiciness to be counted as fanfic. Right? I know. I have our little Hollow Knight friend with us today. That's a lie, I'm more cozy. Oh, you better be. What's mine? Fuck, that's a lie. I am 100% cozy today. 100%. Richard, welcome back. No, not 13. No. Whole bunch of pills. Thankfully, 9 of them are meds, all vitamins and supplements. Oh, okay, good. Zai! That's blasphemy! No! No! Oh my god. That took longer than I hoped. Well, I'm glad you're back, Richard. 1%. 69. Hey, yo! Poopy! Zai gets banned since he's won. Ban! I hit the gym hard today, so it makes sense and I'm less cozy than usual. Hell yeah! What were you working on today, Kai? I'm gonna get in the shower because sweat. Oh lord, I know. I heard it's been really hot in the UK lately. Have a good shower, dude. Cardio? Hell yeah. Nice. Nice. Yeah, yesterday we did arms and chest, so my arms are sore as hell. I think today is all back stuff, which I like back day. Makes me feel good. Also thought because all the hardcore simping. I thought because nice. No ban for Zai. Maybe a timeout. Nah, Zai's good. Zai's good. Zai's the best. The high's like 105 in Oklahoma? Oh my god. What did we talk about? Oh no, what did I miss? What did I miss? Slim! I like back day too. I do back and biceps on the same day. Oh, nice, nice. We do chest, bis, and tris on the same day. And then we do all of our back. And then we do legs and lower back. Like butt on the same day. Yeah, that's usually our... We do like... We try to go 3 days. Sometimes we get a 4th day in and we'll do like shoulders. Oh wait, we do shoulders on the same day we do back. But we do like, we just like have a day where we focus on more things. So like Paul likes to focus on his shoulders more, whereas I like to focus on my butt more, obviously. So when we do a 4th day, that's like the extra stuff that we do that we usually don't do. Or that we don't always do. It's in the bro code. Why are you bullying our UK brother, Ricardo? 105 tomorrow, 103 Friday. Oh my god. That's crazy poopy. It is 78 degrees Fahrenheit here and cloudy and rainy. So I'm very...
What the fuck, Richard?
What the fuck, Richard? Didn't miss anything. We just discovering how alike we are. Richard and I have bonded. Oh, fuck yeah. Let's go. Never worked out with a buddy. Me either. Me and Paul have been going to the gym together now for like 6 months, and I love it. I never thought I'd like going to the gym with Paul because me and Paul have like different goals when it comes to the gym. But honestly, it's like different than I thought. It's definitely a vibe. Me and Paul have so much fun at the gym. I like it. I'd rather go with somebody nowadays. Thank you for lurking, Colin! I appreciate you. Paul seems like a great bean. He is a great bean. I'm very grateful for him. He is like the best husband I could ever ask for. He is my best friend and like the best human I know on the planet. So I'm really glad to have him. I love him lots. It's not much the heat at the moment. It's under 20 Celsius, but it's 85% humidity. Ugh, that sucks, Richard. I don't want to go outside either, Poopy. I used to do the whole upper body on the same day, but I'm shifting things a little to see how it works. Yeah, definitely. I think mixing it up is really good. It's really good to do like the same workouts, not necessarily on the same days and stuff, but like I think when people start to shift different ways of working out a lot, you don't really see much like muscle growth because you're changing things. I don't know how to explain it. I think when I don't know. I'm not a fitness person. Never mind. It goes up to 92% humidity overnight. Oh, that sounds horrible, Richard. Oh my god. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I just checked the weather and I realized the air quality's in the red and it says it's unhealthy. Is it really? My gosh, why do I have so many notifications? Let's see mine. Oh, I have an air quality alert too. It's still moderate for me. It's only 54, so it's in like the yellow. Dang. Oh my gosh, it's supposed to rain all weekend again. Oh no. We're supposed to have a birthday party for my nephews this Saturday because last Saturday we had to cancel it because it was raining. Already 87 and it's 11, so that's not a good sign. Definitely not a good sign, Poopy. Definitely not. Wife and I used to go to the range together before kids. Ooh, that's awesome. Air quality index for me is 169. Stay inside, Baked. Stay inside. Hopefully you don't have work today. Lucky my air quality's at 233. Oh no. Mine was at like 400 and I think it was like 440 something or 460. It was bad. Like last month. It was crazy. Hi Jaffa, welcome back. It's going good. We just took a short break. I ran to the bathroom. I went to go refill my coffee and we'll get back to reading in a little bit. We did HP service out to 600Y. What's that? No, Kai, there's a lot of forest fires happening in Canada right now. So all of that smoke is coming down into the US. So that's why my air quality was really, really bad last month, to the point where like it was scary to go outside. It was like so thick of smoke and the sun was just like this orange ball in the sky. It was crazy. There was no clouds, but it was just full smoke. You couldn't even see the sky. And they're all coming from the fires happening in Canada right now. So I guess there's gonna be another, I guess there was another fire because there's like another round of bad air quality coming. I don't know if it's gonna hit hit me again. I don't know, but it's hitting Ohio and stuff like that. Well, you're not in Ohio, Zai. You're right outside of Ohio. Oh, wow. Detroit air quality index is 366. Oh my God, Robin. I hope you get to stay inside. Yards rifle. Oh, so Paul just got a new one. I can't show it on stream, but Paul just, I don't know what it's called either. I suck. Paul got a new gun that's a rifle, but it's like, it was wooden and he like took it apart and he like redid this whole thing and it looks so cool. I am not really a gun person. I actually have a little bit of trauma with guns, like from some family members from when I was a kid. So like, I don't particularly like holding them. Like obviously, like I have to learn how to use them because like, you know, I don't live in the most safe area. So we do have like, we do make sure that our house is safe and things like that. So like Paul loves guns and things like that. He goes to the range with his friends and stuff, but I don't really like them very much. But they look cool and I'm glad that he has something that he enjoys. I'm in the very middle of the US, so I missed the fires when that was going on, but I guess it's starting to drift towards me. Oh yeah. Yeah. Live in a region where smoke from fires in Canada, Tennessee, and Missouri all congregate in the middle. Oh wow. Remember when I sent you the photo of how it was in my area? Is that like where you're at yet? So it was last month. It was last month for me, but we have pretty okay air quality right now. My air quality is usually bad, but it's because city life. It's 53 today and that's normal. Oh yeah, it's like that for me right now. I'm sorry, Liz, that's never fun. Yeah, it is what it is though. MLG Easy, hello! It's good to see you. Welcome in. I recognize you from I just raided into him yesterday and why is their name slipping my mind? From yesterday's raid. Hello, welcome. My oldest is 107. Wait, what, Robin? What are you talking about? Oldest what? Oh, are you talking about gun? My mind went to a child and I was like, that doesn't make sense. As an Englishman, the range is a wild concept to me. The only shoots we have over here are clay, pigeon. Oh yeah! World War I. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I don't know much about that stuff, but Paul enjoys that stuff. But it's all mostly for, like, for him it's mostly for, like, he wants to learn how to hunt. 'Cause like overall in general, like me and Paul's goal in life is to like live off the land and be able to maintain ourselves food-wise by ourselves without having to buy food and stuff. So like I've always wanted to raise animals, like cows and like stuff like that, chickens and things. We don't have the space for it yet, but like one day we will. And then the only guns I have are these. Nice. And I love gardening, so you guys have seen my garden, and I grow a bunch of vegetables and things like that. So I'm slowly getting better and better at it every year. And this year's garden is going beautifully. I have had so much success in the garden so far, and I'm loving it. So like one day I'll be able to like expand it more and more, so we'll never have to buy groceries. And yeah, so Paul wants to learn how to hunt, which is why he bought a rifle. And maybe, who knows, this summer we'll hunt some things. Well, he will, mostly. I don't know. I'm an animal lover, so the thought does make me sad, but also the thought of buying food from places where all of the animals are highly mistreated and their living conditions are absolutely disgusting. I'd rather hunt an animal that lives happily in the wild than to get meat from an animal that is living in such distress. So yeah. Or, you know, honestly, I also have been eating a lot less meat too, in general, just because like I've just been conscious about that stuff too. So if anyone wants to see the map I use to track the fire smoke, it's firesmoke.ca. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Heck yeah, Kai. Hell yeah. I like Robo 2 guns. They have some neat designs for the time. That's pretty cool. Not looking forward to driving to Detroit in a couple hours. Oh man. Yeah. Robin just said their air quality was really bad. How is your asthma doing, Zai? Because you said you had really bad asthma yesterday, right? Because of the smoke? Thank you for the hydrate, Slim.
You are fucking amazing. You are an ethereal being upon this earth. You're just such an amazing, genuine person.
It's true. No, you! I love you. It's shitty, low energy today. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Zai. Here's a hug, dude. I'm sorry, dude. Soft toothbrush! Thank you for the resub! It's so good to see you. How are you? Thank you so much for the resub, dude. Thank you for the hug, Zai. Here's a good hug, dude. The kind where you really can feel the warmth from the person. You hug them really tight. You can smell their hair. Take a deep breath. Who did that? Anonymous! Thank you so much for gifting a sub to MLG! MLG, welcome to the sub side of chat. You get emotes and ad-free viewing, and if you're in the Discord, you have a private channel where we can talk as well. A private sub channel. And then you can also apply for a blurp walk-on now if you would like. Mr. Hollow Knight, you need to stay here. There we go. I think I'm gonna keep him here forever. I wonder if there's a way I can like tie him with like a rubber band so that he doesn't fall off all the time. I kind of like it. AC on, windows up, maybe mask. Yeah. Turn the AC on in your car, but then turn it to internal cycling only, so none of the smoke from the outside can get in your car. Only thing I'm happy about with driving to Detroit is that it's a 10-man drive. Well, that's good. That's good. Windsor, not fishing for dogs. Michigan! But yeah, Anonymous Gifter, thank you so much, you're the best. And Toothbrush, thank you so much, you're the best. Thank you guys for the subs, I really appreciate it. So yeah, let's get back to some cozy reading, and here we go. So we have this one, To Be Hollow Knight. So this is the Hollow Knight muses over what it's like to be the Hollow Knight, because we have like this guy who is you guys can't see him now. Aw. This window cuts off my screen. Why'd I do this? That's better. You can see him now. So yeah, we're gonna read this one next. Being the Hollow Knight was interesting. Or actually, you know, before I continue, for anyone that has just joined the stream, welcome, first off. Second, we're doing a Hollow Knight fanfiction reading stream. Hollow Knight is my favorite game, and it was a sub goal last month to do a reading stream. So we reached the sub goal, so we're just having like a really cozy stream today with rain sounds and lo-fi, some coffee and candles, and we're just reading stories in the Hollow Knight worlds that other people have written. So it's been a really good stream so far, so welcome in, buckle up for the stories. I hope you have a blanket and some coffee and a candle lit, and if you're at work, I hope you got your headphones on and you're ready for coziness. Okay, here we go. Being the Hollow Knight was interesting. Everyone thought of them as another automata, devoid of thoughts or feelings, and as such no one thought to keep their guard up around them. It was interesting, they thought, to watch the mask slip and see who people were underneath for such a brief moment. On one hand, they felt guilty for their complicity in the ways others perceived them. They knew full well that others wouldn't allow Hollow such an intrusive view of their person if they knew the truth of their nature. Thank you for the lurk, Slim. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a good day at work, dude. On the other hand, Hollow knew that they were simply performing their duty as the Hollow Knight, and they were not at fault for how others chose to act around them because they assumed they were alone. Granted, perhaps Hollow had overstepped a few times once they started to make a game out of guessing what people were like behind their facades and practiced pleasantries. Followed one or two nobles under the guise of fulfilling a duty or self-maintenance, feigning exhaustion or hunger as needed. Then again, they could lay such fault at the hands of the king. They were terribly bored and needed to do something to occupy their time during the gaps in their schedule the king had planned for them. They thought this as they watched their father, the king himself, attempting to pick the lock to the kitchen at 2 in the morning, completely oblivious to their presence. They'd not meant to intrude. They were simply on their way back to their room for the restroom when they'd overheard a strange, faint clatter. They were, first and foremost, a knight after all. They had to assess whether or not danger was afoot. However, upon seeing their father, they realized that this was a different kind of trouble. They let out a silent laugh while their father's attention was still firmly on the lock. Hollow remembered the day Chef Reyes had a lock installed on the kitchen door, as well as the subsequent new locks Reyes had to have installed each time they noticed that their father had found a way to pick them. Hollow wondered at what point would their father finally give up and just use the coffee station in one of the break rooms. This is odd. They were starting to think that he took the installation of the lock as a challenge. Either way, Hollow felt that they'd been standing there long enough and took a very loud, very noticeable step forward. "It's not what it..." The Pale King yelped and dropped his tools as he turned in their direction, letting out a laugh of relief upon seeing them. "Vessel, what are you... I mean..." Their father stumbled over his words for a moment before getting an idea, standing and clearing his throat as he looked up at them. "Vessel, self-status report. Hunger." Hollow wasn't feeling particularly hungry. Hollow nodded anyways. "I figured as much," the king lied with a smile. I was going to come fetch you upon opening the door, but since you're already here, I suppose there's something I can teach you if your hunger isn't too dire." Hollow nodded again and was guided over to where their father had previously been in front of the lock. He handed them 2 tools, a tiny flat bar that made an L shape and a small pick that was curved at the end. Now, you're going to take the tension tool and apply some tension to the core like this. He helped show them what to do. Perfect! Now the lock is a little bit different because it's upside down, but the principles are the same. Take the pick like this. Now, do you feel a pin? Press down on it. Did you feel a click? Alright, try the next one until you do. Got one? Excellent. There should be 5 pins in total, so feel around until you've gotten 4 more clicks. Hollow did as instructed, looking at their father upon feeling the final click. They felt a sense of pride well within them at how happy he looked. Beneath that pride, they felt the sting of resentment at not being able to express such pride. But they quickly shushed that part. They could lament their situation later. Right now, their father was teaching them how to unlock the door as he was looking at them, as though he were as proud of them as they were of themselves. Alright, now we turn it and hope for the best, he said as they began to turn the lock, watching in awe as it turned fully. They almost moved to push the door to test it, but stopped themselves and looked into their father for further instruction first. He gestured to push the door, and they did just that, watching as it met no resistance from where it should have been locked and feeling a sense of wonderment. They'd done just that. They'd opened the lock without the key. Lockpicking is a rather vital skill, they heard him mumble to himself before looking at them resolutely. Vessel, starting tomorrow, your schedule will be adjusted to include lockpicking practice. It will be of use to you in the future, and you've shown that you have an impressive knack for it. Hollow couldn't smile as they wanted to. They couldn't cheer or thank their father or hug him for finally giving them something else to do. All Hollow could do was swallow their frustration and give him a curt nod and follow him into the kitchen. Refraining from giggling as he looked at them in confusion for a moment, they watched his eyes widen in a horrified realization. Fuck! Hunger! That's right! They watched him, amused as he quickly scrambled around the kitchen to make something for them to eat. They wondered how much trouble he would be with Reyes in the morning. Being the Hollow Knight was frustrating. Hollow felt this as they put their hand up to indicate to the king that they needed to cease their training session, all because of one stupid little scratch. They had to do this because they'd been ordered to cease training upon any injury. It was infuriating, and in Hollow's opinion, an utterly pointless waste of time. They understood that they were important to the plan to end the plague. They understood that with the sealing of the abyss, they were irreplaceable. They understood the reasoning, but fuck, they weren't fragile. They were getting stronger, of course, but not as fast as they could be. Of course, the king didn't give a shit. All injury had to be treated equally as seriously because Hollow wasn't a person to him. Hollow was a vital automaton. Hollow felt their blood begin to boil in rage under their shell. Other knights were allowed to keep training after receiving a single scratch. Fuck. They've watched the king himself push onward after receiving the worst injuries, but Hollow wasn't allowed to. Not because they couldn't handle it, but because the risk was actually too great, but because the king had denied them their personhood. There were moments in their life where they pondered their own compliance in maintaining the false idea that they had no thoughts or feelings, but they had not been the originator of that idea. It had been the king that had been so desperate to deny any semblance of personhood within them from the very beginning. Back when they'd been young, long before they were entirely cognizant of their place and purpose, he turned a blind eye to every single indication that they weren't hollow, as he'd thought. He did this not because it would affect the plan, no. Their success was a foreseen conclusion as the first of their siblings to ascend the top of the abyss, but because he was a selfish coward. His assumptions may have been wrong. Hi, White Wolf, how are you? I hope you're having a good day, dude. We are doing a Cozy Hollow Knight fanfiction reading stream, so I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. We're reading Hollow Knight stories and drinking coffee and listening to rain, so I hope you're having a good day. His assumptions may have been wrong, but the results would still be the same. There would be no need to change strategy upon the simple acknowledgement that Hollow was, in fact, a person in their own right. It changed nothing. Yet the king refused to do so, continuing to deprive them as the king's molds of lives, to deprive them and the king's molds of the lives they could have had, the lives they could still have. The king did this because he was too weak to accept that he was actually doing, or what he was actually doing, what he'd actually done. He couldn't face that the corpses that lay at the bottom of the abyss had been his own very alive children. So instead, he denied the child who made it out. So instead, he denied the child who'd made it out the personhood that was rightfully owed to them. He continued to harm them in the pursuit of his own moral certainty. Hollow wanted to deny the pretense imposed upon them. They wanted the king to face what he'd done. They wanted him to, yet there was panic in his eyes. There was terror present in his steps. There was hesitance in his hands as he reached out to gently take hold of their arm. Liam! Hello! It's not my birthday! How are you, Liam? We're having a cozy Hollow Knight fanfic reading stream, so buckle up, get cozy. How are you? 48! No! It needs to be better than that! Maybe it'll get better after you're here for a little bit. There was a tremble in his fingers as he moved them carefully over the scratch on their forearm that he'd caused. There was fear that they could feel in his magic as he began to heal them. There was a brokenness in his voice as he said, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." They felt their anger beginning to drain into a numb sadness. They recalled how adamant he'd been about training them himself. They recalled how proud he'd been each time they mastered a new move. They recalled how scared and small he appeared each time he'd hurt them during training. They recalled the twin they'd abandoned at the top of the abyss. Hollow refrained from letting out a sigh. They could talk with their father after all was done. For now, they watched as he healed them and mulled over their thoughts alone. What's fanfic? So, fanfic is fan fiction that is written by people that are fans of Hollow Knight. So we're reading Hollow Knight fanfiction. There's fanfiction for plenty of different things, probably almost anything. Since we had a sub goal last month to do a Hollow Knight fanfiction stream, we're reading a bunch of stories that people have written in the Hollow Knight world that aren't necessarily true and don't follow the lore or anything like that, but they could, and it's like, it's really cool to see what other people come up with in the Hollow Knight like world or universe, so it's really awesome. I'm using my bands that my therapist suggested to me to get, and they're helping. Oh, nice! I love it! Second cup of coffee. Me too! Second cup of coffee! So yeah, we're just reading stories and having a nice chill stream today. Being the Hollow Knight was fun. Hollow raced just behind their young sister as she clutched a bunch of stolen cookies in her arms. It was always a joy getting to spend time with their tiny sister. She was creative in every scheme to steal snacks from the kitchen, and getting to play along with it brought such happiness into their day. They knew there was no risk in it either. They recalled how their father chose to handle her stealing the quills from his office. "Ice cream!" Hornet had exclaimed happily. "Mm-hmm." Their father had nodded. "A reward." Hornet looked at him in confusion. "A reward? For what?" "For such a masterful heist. I'd not noticed that my quills had gone missing until the last one was out of my office." The Pale King let out a giggle as Hornet tried to come up with some excuse. "Now, I'm not here to lecture you about how stealing is wrong. I know full well you get it from me. No, I'm here to congratulate you and ask what you plan to do next." "Do next? What do you mean?" Hornet's gaze turned curious. Cheers, coffee twin. Well, you have the quills that I want, their father chuckled. Knowing that I would like them back, what do you plan to do with them? Hornet reached into the pocket of her dress and pulled out the quills. She looked at them for a moment before handing them out to her father. The pale king's eyes widened for a moment before he let out a soft laugh. That's incredibly kind of you. You do know that you could ask for anything in return for this, right? Hornet looked at him with big eyes as she thought about what to ask. I want you to not work so much. Hornet's voice was small as she spoke. Siblings, Hornet. So in Hollow Knight lore, Hornet or so Little Hollow Knight. I don't know what his name is called. The Little Knight, Hornet, and the Hollow Knight that you find in the world that is in the Black Egg, they're all related. So I don't exactly know like how they're related. I don't think they're full siblings. But yeah, I think so. In this story, I think Hornet and the Hollow Knight are twins, but then he said little sisters, so I'm not really sure what he meant or what they meant when they said that. But yeah, they're all related. I mowed the lawn while putting gas in the lawnmower. It slipped and splashed on my eyelids. Oh my god, Liam, I hope you washed your face and washed out your eyes. I hope you're okay. One Ball, hello dude, how are you? It's been a while. I'm well, how are you? We're doing a Hollow Knight fanfiction reading stream today. So we're just reading stories with some rain and lo-fi in the background, drinking some coffee, and we have a bunch of candles lit in the room, so we're having a nice cozy stream today. Let's go! That's what I'm talking about. 97! Yes! Good, I'm glad you washed your face. Good. It's good to see you, One Ball. I'm happy today. Got an upgrade on my GPU. Fuck yeah, that's gotta feel so good. Oh my god, I love it. Getting upgrades to your computer is like one of the best feelings, dude. I love it. I'm glad you're happy today. So yeah, we're just reading some stories. I have cat hair all over my leg. Shadow was like rubbing against my leg earlier, and it's bothering me. Where was I? I want you not to work so much. Hornet's voice was small as she spoke. I don't get to see you a lot. No, my GPU broke. It broke? How did it break? Oh my god! I am not 1% Kazi! Lies! 76, that's better. That's better. That's way better. How did your GPU break, dude? Hollow watched their father's mask fall as his expression turned sad for a brief moment. Quickly, he put on a happy face once more as he plucked a single quill from the handful Hornet was holding. Yeah, 21, no! No, it went down. I got it in February, broke 22 days ago, overheating. Oh my gosh. Did you fix like the cooling situation? Hopefully it doesn't break again. 48, not too bad. Full belly. What did you have for lunch, Robin? All right, he said. I'll take this one for now. The rest I want you to keep as my promise to return. Hornet nodded happily. Big Sib! Their sister's voice snapped them out of their thoughts as they looked to see her holding a cookie out to them. You okay? Hollow looked at her and smiled as they nodded, accepting the cookie. They hoped she would be okay while they were sealed. Being the Hollow Knight was important. Hollow stood still as the sculptor did their best to carve out their image into stone. They were getting a fountain in the city square. They'd seen the plans for its creation. Their image would sit at the center, and around it would sit the representations of the dreamers. The fountain would sit as a testament to their sacrifice, a symbol of safety from the plague. Countless millions would be saved by the plan. Hollow stood, tall and determined. They would steal the blinding light, or they would seal the blinding light. They would prevent her from harming anyone else. They would hold the infection within themselves until the second half of the plan returned to the kingdom to end her once and for all. They were the vessel. I am the Hollow Knight. I have 9 fans, so it should be cool enough. 9 fans! Holy shit! Maple bourbon chicken Ooh! Maple bourbon chicken? That sounds delicious. Lean cuisine. That's interesting. That's interesting. I haven't had a lean cuisine in a while. I heard maple. I know, right, Gene? I hear bourbon. Exactly. This is dark. I know, Liam. I mean, it is dark in the actual game, too. Robin is sharing their food with you. Sweet potato and cranberries. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. Being the Hollow Knight was terrifying. Hollow felt their stomachs sink as they watched their father reach for a tablet high up on the tablet shelf. They'd caught the sight of the void veins higher upon his arm than they'd been previously in Hollow's memory. Huh? They caught the sight of the void veins higher upon his arm than they had been previously. They tried to convince themselves that it was nothing. Of course their father wasn't dying. He had everything under control. He'd said that he would be there to greet him once everything was over. That was the plan. He wouldn't lie, not to them. He had no reason to lie to them. They were a robot to him. Their father had everything under control. He had to have everything under control. There was still so much that they wanted to tell him, so much that they had to tell him. They couldn't say any of it now. It would prove that they were capable of thought, and they had to uphold their duty as the Hollow Knight. Too many lives rested upon their shoulders. They couldn't risk those lives now. Their father had promised them that he would be there once this was over. He'd promised. They couldn't just lose their father. Hollow wasn't ready to lose their father. Sushi! Oh, that sounds so good baked. I want sushi! Damn, dude. Lucky bastard, you. What kind of sushi did you get? Tell me all about it. I want to picture it in my mind. Did you get boba too? Being the Hollow Knight was heartbreaking. Hollow had been on their way to their lockpicking class when they'd heard a sob coming from their father's office. Hollow was, first and foremost, a knight, so they'd rushed after the sound, ready to fight whatever that had caused such pain. However, they froze upon reaching their destination. Their father sat, curled up in a corner, bawling his eyes out. Hollow had taken a single loud step forward when their father's attention turned to them. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." There was brokenness in their father's voice as he spoke. "Vessel, all is well. Carry on as you were." It was a lie. Hollow knew it was a lie. Their father was lying once again, and Hollow could tell. But what could they do? Hollow stood there for a moment. If they stepped out of line, dropped their mask, and offered their father any semblance of compassion, it would only cause more problems. They could try and send word to someone else to help their father, but they ran into the same problem there. They'd tried desperately to think of a solution before their father's voice brought them out of their thoughts. Vessel? He'd look at them with wide eyes, fear present in them, as though he would begin to see through Hollow's mask if they'd stayed there a second longer. Hollow quickly walked out of the room, doing everything they could to ignore how their father began to wail the moment he was alone. They couldn't help their father. They had to accept that. I am the Hollow Knight. They reminded themselves of that fact as they felt their heart shattering in their chest. That is so sad. Aww. What's the knight's actual name in the game? So the Hollow Knight is the final boss, is the Hollow Knight. This guy, they don't give him a name. He has a couple different names, like nicknames in the game, but he doesn't have a name. So yeah, I don't know what his name is. Shrimp tempura and a spicy California. Hell yeah. I love anything with tuna sushi and salmon. Salmon sushi's good too. But like tuna and avocado and cucumber. Spicy avocado or spicy tuna with avocado. Oh my god. Or I've had a shrimp tempura roll with like spicy tuna on top. Chef's kiss. Chef's fucking kiss. It's delicious. You don't like sushi? Blasphemy. Why not? It's delicious. So that's that story. That was pretty good. I liked that. Previous work. Part 5 of In Defiance of Time. What does that mean? Oh. Oh. So they have more. What's this? In Defiance of Time. Holy moly. Void has the power to defy time, the tablet had said. Ghosts didn't know what it had truly meant at the time, but now, looking over the body of their sibling, they began to understand. They had to go back. They had to fix this. Oh. Wait, this is cool. Okay, I'm gonna leave this for the end, and if we have time, we'll read more of them. Thank you for the hug, Liam. I appreciate you. And this is also a really long one, so we'll put that one at the end too, just to make sure, or if we have time. So, we have more poetry. This one is a collection of poetry based on the characters of Hollow Knight, which I think is really cute. The first one that this person did was a collection of poetry based off of the areas. So, like, each area had a different poem, which I thought was really cool. So, there is 21 poems. I like this. Okay, so the night. The night. Little ghost, why are you holding a weapon that is twice your size? Little ghost, why are you mourning with such sadness in your eyes? Little ghost, shouldn't you be weeping, lost and alone in the cold? Little ghost, why aren't you sleeping? Don't you have a family to hold? Little ghost, what are you seeking in the cruel expanse of the earth? Little ghost, I cannot love you, so you have to know your own worth. Wow. I like that. That was cute. The shade! It's this little guy. Don't fall. I keep picking him up. The cloying emptiness claws at my chest. Erase it all, clear the stain, erase it all. Searching desperately with dirt and rock thrown aside. Clear the stain, erase it all, clear the stain, erase it all. Seeming apathy transforms into primal vitriol. Clear the stain, erase it all, clear the stain, erase it all. Why such cruelty? Bloodshed is not lifeblood. Clear the stain, clear the stain, clear the stain, clear the stain. Erase it all, clear the stain. After all, it feels no pain. 28%! Richard! Be better! All my music is in the sad, mellow, electronic category. I can't ever find happy music. What do you mean? Here, where's my Spotify? Let me go here real quick. I have a list of music that might... Let's see. I have a playlist. Where are my playlists? Called Life is a Movie that I made. It has 83 songs in it, and it's all like happy EDM songs. So, where is my share button? Share, copy link. So here you go. Try that. Okay, what's the next one? Hornet! Okay. The princess is a weaver of silk. She comes from a deadly and powerful ilk. Blood has dyed her cloak of red, an invisible crown adorns her head. Her needle is sharp, her voice like a harp. Bow ye peasants of every era, before the warrior, daughter of Hera. All my music explains my life, and it's scary because it explains it down to a T. Well, that makes sense. I mean, we only really connect to music that we resonate with. So all of my music is the same. I don't think I ever really listened to music that, or I mean, like, doesn't mean I don't listen to music, but all the music that I save in playlists are songs that I resonate with, that have something to do with my life or something that I can understand with like the way that I've grown up and stuff. So that's not weird. It's just the way that we connect to music, I think. I mean, some people, I guess, use music to escape, so they might use different genres and like happier music to get out of like a dark mood, but personally I don't use music that way. Quirrell, my favorite dude! Feet scuff the ground again, wandering about aimlessly from kingdom end to end. Scraping the walls a long dulled nail, pull a mask o'er face, the aching trail. Shift the sand, the deep blue water, apprentice of Monoman, no longer saw her. A poem about my one true love. I love Quirrell. Quirrell is my one true love too. He's the best. Quirrell's the best. I need a Quirrell little guy. I gotta get a little Quirrell guy. The Dreamers. In a spiraling tower above a grand city lays Lorien the Watcher, once looking down over rain and cobblestone. Now he watches no more. An eternal stasis.
Hello there.
Verdon, hello! Welcome back! You have power now, let's go! I'm glad. In eternal stasis beneath abandoned archives floats Monoman the teacher, incomplete writings glowing white hot, tucked within a canyon. On a daze of webs, weaved of the finest silk, sleeps Hera the beast. Her worshippers wait in caverns of carcasses for her glorious return. In an empty rest, hollow nest dreamers are sealed never to wake up. Welcome back, Jean! I know Fiora, her song Days to Come, amazing. Yeah, I know. Elderbug! I love the Elderbug! Ages have passed by, or were ages merely days? I have grown so old, this endless night addles me. So in this place I will stay. Corner for an Zelda! Your embrace is warmer than any spring, stern yet beautiful like a queen of old. Each pen stroke is lovely as a painting. Your power is not from geo or gold, My dear cartographer, you've mapped my heart, a beacon of light to guide me back home. I'm waiting for you when we're apart, tether that holds me even when I roam. I would lift my nail again just for you. Each day I travel so that you may rest. Sometimes I wonder what I would not do, but I will drop my quill at your request. Corny, I love you with all of my soul. Izelda, you make this hollow world whole. Oh my god, I need to steal that. Sort of reminds me of the Colossus of Rhodes. Ooh.
Hashtag drive-by.
Hi, Bat. How are you? It's good to see you, dude. Oh, no, Liam. 1%. Colossus of Rhodes or Ozymandias. What are those, Robin? I'm gonna go get lunch and listen in. Sounds good, Liam. Thank you for being here. 74. Fuck yes. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'm glad, Bat. I'm glad. We're having a cozy night, a cozy Hollow Knight fanfiction reading stream. So we are just vibing. We're listening to music. We're listening to rain. We're drinking coffee. We're reading stories. And just kind of being nice and calm and cozy today. Classical Greek mythology and history. Oh, nice. The stream is helping. Good. I'm glad. That's what it should be doing. That is my job. Kind of acceptable. We need to bring that 49 a little bit higher. A little bit higher. Not gonna lie. But it's okay for now. Because you just got here. You'll get more cozy as time moves on. For now, next chapter. We're currently reading some poems. We're reading Hollow Knight Poetry Volume 2 by Frilly Heathen. And we have a bunch more stories that we have too. 75? That's better. That's better. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's better. That's better. Coffee cheers. So we have Sly. 60 for a scrumptious egg. 950 for a simple key. 150 for a smooth mask shard. 200 for invincibility. 1800 for a Lumifly lantern. 550 for a bit of soul. 400 for greater speed. 350 for a heavy blow. All these things are bought. All these things are sold, from the wallets of the young to the pockets of the old. The geo-balance shifts as these things are bartered. Settle down in a quiet life to avoid joining the martyred. Beretta! This is just a prose wearing a poetry trench coat and hoping no one notices. Beretta! The maiden was plain as could be, but a closer look would reveal that she had a gentle beauty. Her strength came not from her curved figure or her looks. There was an intelligent glint in her eyes that set her apart from just being a pretty face. Determination graced each of her features. She picked up a shellwood staff and climbed over treacherous cliffs. The maiden would not return to those lands until she was a queen. This is what I would like to imagine Bretta would write about herself to hype herself up. And that's why it breaks away from the usual writing style and formatting. I wish everyone who reads this a lovely day. Aw, cute. Oh, not Zote. Zote the mighty. Some creatures wreak desperate, poisoning and preening, yet don't look in a mirror for fear of what's there. They puff out their chest, straighten their masks, wear cloaks of the dead, carve weapons from wood. When approaching these creatures with their boastful affliction, many will learn that which is fair is not always what is good. Confessor Gigi! Knowledge of the services spread, wildfire in a dry field. Bugs came asking to be cleansed, their regrets carried out to sea by a riptide. The white-eyed confessor asked little, only an offering of rotting once life. then the infection, then the panic. Bugs swarmed her, asking questions with no answers. The confessor closed her walls, yet kept the candles burning low. Weary of peering into the darkness, she closed her eyes to peer into darkness. The door remained locked. The sickness was kept at bay. Unknown time passed by. A key slipped into the lock. White eyes opened again. Confessor Gigi offered her services once more. Aw. Cute. Johnny! How are you? We're having a cozy reading stream today. We're reading Hollow Knight fan fiction and poetry and things like that. And we are just kind of vibing. We got some lit candles. We got some rain sounds and music and coffee. So I hope you're having a good day, Johnny. How are you? Endlessly mining, tra-la-la-la, seeking out the buried light. Do-dee-dee-da-da, do-dee-da-da. I'll find it someday. Mo-me, ma-ma-ma. I love Mila in the game. Tired but good. How are you? I'm good. I'm also kind of tired. We're reading, so these poems are like based off of characters in Hollow Knight, and yeah, that's basically it. But we read a couple stories too. Oh, these are all characters in the game. Yeah, these are all characters in the game. And so like they did the volume 1 was based off of areas in the game, and then these are based off of the characters in the game. I need to play Hollow Knight. Oh my god, it is so good. You should play Hollow Knight. I thought they were people we didn't like. No, we're reading poems. Why would they be about people we don't like? We love Hollow Knight. We're reading all of the Hollow Knight stories, okay? We got tons of them. You should play Hollow Knight Raw. It's such a good game. I think you would like it a lot. Relic Seeker Lem. A relic amongst relics, aging with the city walls, seeing how the kingdom falls, soaking in the rain, beard weighed down by water, seated in the cauldron as it slowly bubbles hotter. No focus on the sky, only the ground and its secrets, digging up the hopes and fears all buried under regrets. Is it like an indie? Yeah, it is an indie game. It's so good. It's so good. It's pretty long too. It's not rubbish, Johnny. Take it back. Take it back. You take it back. It's not rubbish. Thank you. I've got a love for indie games. Me too, dude. Then end stream. No. No backsies. Yeah. But yeah, Ra, it's a really good indie game. It's a 2D side scroller Souls-like game. So it's got bosses that can get pretty hard. And it doesn't really like tell you where to go or what to do, but you kind of figure it out as you go along, and it is amazing. I've played it so many times now. I think I'm on my 4th actual playthrough. It's great. Why is Spider-Man next to you? It's not Spider-Man, it's the Hollow Knight. It's the Shade from Hollow Knight. That's no Spider-Man. 2D games are the best. Shadow!
You're sending me to my death.
You're sending me to my death. That's my husband, by the way, whoever didn't catch that stream. That's Paul saying that. Like Spidey but horny. What? Johnny! Bonk! How are you, Shadow? I hope you're having a good day, dude. We're currently having a Hollow Knight fanfiction reading stream. So it's been a nice chill vibe today. I'm good. We're reading some, like, stories that people have made in the lore of Hollow Knight, and currently we're reading some, poetry from Frilly Heathen, that is based on the characters in Hollow Knight, which is awesome. No. There's no not safe for work stuff. It's all safe for work. I did not include any of the not safe for work stuff in this. Yes, Bonk Johnny. Thank you, you did it. Let's go. I heard bunk. There we go. We do love Paul. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're just we read a couple of really good stories so far. Oh yeah. Hunter, they're Shadow Hunter, they're 100% is. And I'm not gonna lie, it's weird. Okay? I was looking through a bunch of stories so that I could tab up a bunch so that we could read them today, and I had to delete some of them, like just X out of some of them, because I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, no. No. It was bad. Yeah, so you can look it up. Here's the website right there. You can do some Googling. There's some pretty, like, rough, and I mean that in the literal sense, shit, for Hollow Knight. So yeah, just take that with whatever you want to take that with. But so we're reading Relic Seeker. Did I read this already? Oh, I did. So we're going to the next one. Tiso! I love Tiso. There was once a bug named Tiso who wanted his strength to be seen so. He fought against his yoke, but his life was a joke. And only his death was seen so. Aw, poor Tiso. You got me hella intrigued now. I mean, there is some shit there, man. Cloth! With a heavyweight club and a burlap sack, Cloth left her home, and she never went back. With passionate fire and desire for battle, she honed in on tragedy and drowned out the prattle. The Nail Masters, ooh. Motto stands against the wind, honing his craft until it is fatal. Motto thinks of those who have sinned, he wonders when evil entered the cradle. Sheyo lives amongst the mushrooms, holding secrets in canvas and paint. Sheyo has a home with many rooms, he paints the martyr, embraced by the saint. Oro sits under the world, hiding away from his shame. Oro ignores what has unfurled, he denies the sanctity of title and name. The Grim Troop. Tucked in bed, little bugs wonder if Grim and the dead will come to their home to feed and to plunder. As the shadows creep, their fear will grow. None dare to sleep, straining for lantern light. To be the first to know, the carnival tent of nightmarish renown comes to collect rent from each trembling bug of each crumbling town. Blood-red flames have a musical ring, but be wary of names, or you may summon the Nightmare King. Ooh, that was a good one! I like that. The God Seeker. The mewling creatures which writhe on the ground can know nothing of the gods, empty minds, silent souls, defective forms. They should be bound in holy cloth. The wrappings would suffocate. Each unworthy pest, fill them with dust. Unlike thee, unlike me. Mine body is perfected, at least in mine mind. The White Lady? Am I awake? My child, to behold such a delicate ghost. Are you awake? My child, or have my regrets merely found a new host? Are you confused, my child? You looked to be turned around. Why are you here, my child, my child? This place wasn't meant to be found. Why are you crying, my child, but no voice to say what is wrong? No, I cannot love you, my child, I have been bound for far too long. The Pale King. The worm wrapped around the world, taunting the faraway sun. Pale form circling the living sphere until blades rained down to tear it asunder. The worm burrowed into the earth, approaching the inky black core. Jagged crown protesting the rocks and dirt. It shed its skin in 1,000 times over. The worm built itself a throne, anointed himself the king. Took a love of root and starlight, shaped a kingdom after his own mind. Oh my gosh! Empress! Hello! You scared the shit out of me! Hello, welcome Raiders! Final Jedi, hello, hello! Welcome in! Thank you so much for the follow! Empress, how are you? Let me give you a shout out. Oh, never mind, we got it. Was it? Yeah. Okay, we got it. Thank you. Oh my god, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. I hope you're having a wonderful day. My name is Liz. Thank you so much, Final Jedi, for the follow. I really appreciate it. Jesus. Everything just got so loud. The Empire has arrived. Oh! The Nafka, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're having an amazing day. Lower your plates and surrender your cookies. We will add your cooked and baked sweets to our own. All snacks will be confiscated. Resistance is futile. Thank you, Jedi. I appreciate it. My name is Liz, for anyone who might not know me. I'm a variety streamer, so my favorite game is Hollow Knight. And I play other games like Elden Ring or Minecraft. I have a couple Minecraft series on YouTube. And I play games like Fortnite and Valorant and indie games and horror games. So welcome in, welcome in. Empress, how was your stream? What were you playing? Thank you so much for the raid. Today we are having a really cozy Hollow Knight fanfiction reading stream. So Hollow Knight is my absolute favorite game. So right now we are just reading a bunch of stories in the Hollow Knight universe that other people have written. And currently we're reading some poems, and we're just having like a nice cozy vibe today. So we got the rain sounds, we have candles lit, we have coffee. It's just a wonderful day today. So welcome in, guys, and thank you so much for the follows. I appreciate it. Surrender your soul to Liz. Doing grand at work, but also chilling here. Do I want Hot Pockets or Bagel Bites? Bandits, I say Bagel Bites. I was playing Hollow Knight. I beat 2 Coliseum rounds. Yes, that's amazing. I love it, Nomura. Empress? Why did I say Nomura? Empress. Well, I mean, I know they're both your names, but you know. Tyler, hello, how are you? How are you? Thank you, Raw, for the bits, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm here, but cooking sounds good, Tyler. I've got a sectional to lead, so wait. I've got a sectional to lead, so I'm a lurk. I plan to be back later. Sounds good, Jedi. Thank you so much for the lurk. I hope you have a great day. You can call me either one. Yeah, I know. When you're reading things and streaming, it just gets all jumbled up, you know? Make sure I didn't miss anything. I have none. It would be hard. Nafka. I love it. But yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you got 2 of the Coliseum rounds done. That's amazing. I say both, but I'm a fluffy person and always will say to treat yourself. Yeah, I say both. That would be good. That's good. I'm about to work here too in a bit. Nice. Yeah, so we're having a nice cozy stream, just reading and vibing. I definitely encourage raiding and running and lurking, whatever you gotta do, Empress. So go get some food, go get your work done, take a nap. I hope you can make sure you hydrate as well. Eat some food, all the things. Do what you gotta do. Thank you so much for the raid, and welcome raiders. I hope you're ready for some cozy vibes, because we are just reading and relaxing and just kind of chilling today. So I will restart this poem from the beginning. So we're reading a collection of poems by Frilly Heathen. All of these poems are based off of characters from Hollow Knight. So this one is based off of the Pale King. I really like this person's poems. I read their volume 1, and they did poems based off of each area in the game. So like Green Path, Fog Canyon, all of those places. So I really like their stuff. And we also have a bunch of stories that we're going to read too. We read through like 3 stories now so far. And they were all pretty good. So it's all safe for work, so no one has to worry. It is fan fiction, but there is no not safe for work stuff. So don't worry about that. You have chicken nuggets? Let's go, Liam. I love that. I could go for some chicken nuggets. So yeah, we're gonna read this next poem. You should create a fan story. I don't consider myself a good writer, so I probably won't. But I like reading other people's stuff. Pale King. The worm wrapped around the world, taunting the faraway sun. Pale forms circling the living sphere until blades ran down to tear it asunder. The worm burrowed into the earth, approaching the inky black core, jagged crown protesting the rocks and dirt. It shed its skin 1,000 times over. The worm built himself a throne, appointed himself the king, took a love of root and starlight, shaped a kingdom after his own mind. The worm sits down and never stands up, resigned with premonitions. Sun burning his kingdom from inside out, a small and broken king falls from his throne. Everyone make Liz hungry. I have some bananas. I'm not hungry. Oh, the Hollow Knight. The final poem of the lot. It ends with the namesake. Despair, lost souls, sing the despair of the Pale King's child, the Hollow Knight, broken and chained within the black egg, whose failing body spilled infection into the world of the barely living, undoing their father's work of turning bug to the higher mind. Hesitate, the usurper, before driving nail into rotted flesh. The mind and body tear each other into the nearest oblivion. Pulling back the folds of the soul unleashes blinding light to the radiance, goddess of the sky, and the determined Hollow Knight. So that is all of the poems from this person. I really like that person's stuff. We have another one that is a story about. It seemed they would fail at everything they did. They failed at staying hollow. They failed at protecting their kingdom. And now they failed at dying. So Not Hollow and Not a Knight by M Midnight 26. This fic resolves around coping with suicidal
You
thoughts.
are fucking amazing. You are an ethereal being upon this earth. You're just such an amazing, genuine person. It's true.
Thank you. I love you too. So it's in the tags, but I want to emphasize this fic revolves around coping with suicidal thoughts, and there is attempted suicide. So please don't read if you can't. Is there anyone here that would like me not to read this? I won't ask any questions, just say yes. And we can skip, or maybe we can just skip regardless. Maybe we'll just skip regardless. Because I don't want to bring down the mood or anything. What's OC story? Does anyone know what an OC story is? Yeah, we're just gonna click that off. I don't know what an OC story means. This is a long one. Original content. Oh. So this is like a story. There's 11 chapters. Well, if they're this long, that's not that bad. Okay. Crystal and Spiral were just 2 of the Pale King's vessels. Correction, 2 of the lucky ones. They had managed to escape being thrown back into the abyss. But what now? What challenges lay ahead? Join their journey as they meet others like them and not, and find out who they are. What will happen? Read to find out. Let's see. We have that one. Should we keep the long ones toward the end? Or just read them now? We might, well, we're definitely gonna run out of time before we read all of these. Dreams and flowers. A dream. That is what it was, but Bugs stopped dreaming. What could it mean? Surely she couldn't be back. She was gone. I don't know which one to read. Tea and relics. Quirrell visits an old friend in the City of Tears as he searches for clues to his past. A story about Quirrell? I think we read this one. I think I want to read this one next. Okay, a story about Quirrell. He's my favorite. Let's do it. Let me move this a little out of the way. It might, yeah, there we go, so I can see. Quirrell dashed forward onto the narrow walkway, slick with rain, ducking beneath the lance of a flying husk sentry before slicing his nail upwards in a wicked arc towards its exposed back. He felt it connect with a sickening quelch, and the body of the guard burst into orange goo as the throaty growl alerted him to another oncoming foe. Yanking his nail free, Quirrell whirled around just in time to see another heavily armored husk charge him. He ran to meet the challenge, throwing his shoulder into the gap in the husk's carapace below the thorax and shoving with all his might. The sheer audacity of the move caught the husk off balance, and, though it was easily twice his height, Quirrell felt its footing begin to slip on the wet stone. For a moment, the two of them teetered on the edge of the path. Then the husk before fell backwards into a waterway with a mighty splash and sank beneath the surface. Quirrell straightened up and performed a quick 360 to check for further dangers. All was quiet except for the pattering of rain and a lone vengefly, which squawked in alarm when Quirrell's gaze swept over it and tried its best to look otherwise occupied. Wise choice, little one, Quirrell chuckled, wiping raindrops from his eyes. There has been enough killing for today, I think, and I'm nearly at my destination. He still didn't know how he felt about fighting the former guards and residents of Hallownest's capital. He knew that the infection had long since destroyed their minds, that they no longer thought or felt as the intelligent bugs they had once been. Indeed, that was what made them so dangerous to travelers like himself. Stripped of thought and autonomy, all that remained was that ancient directive burned into their minds by years of dutiful service. Protect the kingdom. And yet, Quirrell still hesitated to raise his nail against them, preferring to dodge confrontation with them wherever possible. They might no longer remember the people that they had once been, but then again, neither did Quirrell himself. He sighed and turned into the archway of a large building. Beautiful as the perpetual rain was, it chilled him to his core, and he was thankful to be out of it for a time. The part of the city was familiar to him, and he was able to avoid further skirmishes with the shambling husk as he progressed, ducking behind corners to let them pass unmolested. A few minutes later, he spotted the familiar sign and pushed aside a worn tapestry to reveal the doorway to a cozy little shop. For the last time, we're not open for... The grouchy bug at the counter looked up. Oh, it's you, Quirrell. Well, come in then. Good to see you too, Lem. Quirrell smiled as set down set down his nail and packed by the door. What? Set down his nail and packed by the door. Brisk business lately, I take it. You could say that, but these young adventurers keep wanting to buy things from me. Do I look like some poor peddler of maps and charms to you? The relic seeker gave him a pained look. And as if I would ever part with any of my treasures. I should think not, Quirrell agreed, eyeing the shelves of glittering artifacts that lined the shop. But I am sure that any young hero who has made it this far into the ruins has come across something of worth that might interest you. Lem waved dismissively. Oh yes, wanderers' journals left and right. I swear the other day a young bug was in here trying to sell me the diary of some poor dead fool who had passed through the previous week. But what have you brought me this time, Quirrell? It's been a while since you stopped by. His eyes glinted with excitement. Quantity over quality, I'm afraid, Quirrell said, laying out his pack to show Lem the contents. Various... What? What is that? What is this word? Tchotchkes? Tumbled out. A dulled knife in the style of the mantis tribe, a fossilized Malek tooth, a battered hollow nest seal. I should like to look at those wanderers' journals if you don't mind. Baubles! Okay. As per our usual agreement, it would be so much easier if you let me pay you in Geo like everyone else, Lem grumbled, holding the Malek tooth up to the light for closer inspection. But fine, for old time's sake. Quirrell smiled as the shopkeep disappeared into a room behind the counter. He had met Lem shortly after his return to Hallownest, back when he had only just begun to realize the gaping holes in his own memory. The relic seeker was certainly not the easiest bug to get along with, but he took his historical research seriously. That was something Quirrell could respect. The two had struck up a deal. Quirrell brought him any curios he found, and in exchange, Lem allowed him to study his collection. Quirrell had spent countless hours poring over faded journals and weathered tablets, hunting for clues to Hallownest's past. To his past. Somewhere in these time-worn tomes, he knew there had to be something, anything, that might tell him where he had come from, who he'd used to be, what had finally called him back. Lem re-emerged a few minutes after balancing a stack of bound leather notebooks and lowered them on the table with a huff. Quirrell shook himself out of his reverie. Ah, thank you, old friend. I know it pains you to let anyone else touch your collection. He eagerly pulled the top one towards him. Ah, watch the moisture! Lem shoved him back as a droplet of condensation shook free from the edge of Quirrell's mask, narrowly missing the papers on the table. How many times must I tell you to keep that thing out of the rain, a beautiful relic like that? And you use it as a hat! Ah, I do apologize. I should be more careful of your wares. Quirrell removed the bone-white oval mask from his head and wiped it dry with his cloak. Lem's eyes followed his movements, longing written across his face. Oh man, self-bonk, thought Robin wrote boobies. Gene! Self-bonk, good, good. Bonk yourself. Get in horny, Joe. Lem's eyes followed his movements, longing written across his face. Quirrell, if you would just let me hold on to it a while, I could study it. No. I would ever be so careful. I would be ever so careful. No! Quirrell took a few deep breaths. This wasn't the first time Lem had tried to buy the mask off him. I know you mean well, and goodness knows you are more qualified than most to ask this of me. But whoever gave me that mask trusted me. They are counting on me to... He trailed off as that familiar fog descended over his thoughts. It always did whenever he tried to think too hard about his past. Big hard. I like big hard. Nova! Hello! How are you? Thank you for the bits. Not out of the realm. To be frank, I don't ever think I left it. True. Nova, how are you? I hope you're having a good day. We are doing a cozy fanfiction reading stream for stories in the Hollow Knight universe. And we're just vibing. We're reading a Quirrell story right now. He thought big hard. I like big hard. Of course he did. Oh, I hope you're having a good day. It always did whenever he tried to think too hard about his past. It was part of why he had befriended Lem in the first place. It was easier to come at the problem sideways, reading through old notes by other travelers, than to confront it head on. I can't part with it. Not yet. I can't help but feel that it's the key to some task I have left to do. Lem shook his head. If you say so. I guess I should know better than to push you on that by now. Anyway, if I'm still alive when your task is done, I'd be happy to take it off your hands. And in the meantime, please don't drip water on my stuff. Quirrell nodded numbly. I doubt that will... Do you smell something? Lem looked up and screeched just as a small cloaked figure with curved horns pushed aside the tapestry over the door. A visible cloud of stink wafted inside. No! What do you think you're doing coming into my nice little shop smelling like that? Get out! Out! Come on, Lem. I know this bug. I can vouch for him. Quirrell laughed as the shopkeep tried to physically shoo the newcomer out the door with a broom, who nimbly dodged it. Unbelievable! Where did that crawl in here from? The sewers? Lem demanded. The small knight nodded enthusiastically. It walked up to the table and dumped its sack upside down. Sparkling contents cascaded onto the papers Quirrell had been inspecting moments before. See? It brought relics! Quirrell could barely contain his laughter. Why don't you go put on some tea for your guests, and I'll get the little bug cleaned up. Lem wavered for a moment. Greed and rage visibly warring across his face. Fine, he acquiesced. But I'd better not smell one whiff of that nonsense when I get back. My relics have been through enough already. He vanished into the back room, grumbling audibly. Quirrell turned back to the newcomer. Well now, my little friend, I wasn't expecting to see you again so soon. Always a pleasant surprise, though. The knight inclined its head respectfully. Still silent as a ghost, eh? Well, we had better tidy you up before our irascible host returns. Even I must admit that I have never before met anyone who smelled quite as, heroic as you. The knight puffed up its chest proudly, and Quirrell noticed something glinting on the front of its cloak. A pin of some sort? Something stirred in the back of his mind. Had he met someone who smelled like this before? Where did you say you got this, little ghost? The royal waterways? A nod. Did you meet someone down there? A pause, and then another nod. Quirrell wondered if meet had been too gentle a way to phrase that. The knight unclipped the charm from its cloak and placed it gently in Quirrell's hand. The unpleasant odor faded as Quirrell stared at it, transfixed. I remember him, laughing. He whispered, Did he seem happy when you left him? What would Lem think of relics from the strength charm lady? I know, right? I know. The knight didn't answer. A rivulet of water dripped down the side of its mask, probably just the rain. You should hold on to this, Quirrell said, handing the pin back to the knight. He deserves to be remembered, and I don't think I can do that for him. It nodded and tucked it into the folds of his cloak. A moment later, Lem bustled back into the room, carrying a tray laden with 3 steaming cups of tea. I don't smell anything. Is it gone? He asked hopefully. The knight responded by reaching up for a mug of tea and dumping the hot liquid into the eye hole of its mask. Something inside it gurgled contentedly. Disgusting little thing, Lem muttered. Quirrell chuckled and helped himself to a cup. Liz bedtime stories on YouTube? We could do more streams like this if you like them. I don't know. I don't have my view count on or anything like that, so I'm not sure how successful this stream is going, and I don't really want to know right now. But I'm having fun. I like this. This is really fun for me, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. Are you guys enjoying it? Serious question. Because if you guys do your thing, Liz, nice. If you guys do like this, I could do this like once a month or something. We could read some stories. And even though it's daytime for me, like, I can close the blinds and it looks like it's nighttime. So like, even if we don't do it at night, I don't know, we could do it on like a weekend evening or something. Good vibes? Good. I'm glad. Where were we? Oh, so we have a new part of the story. The afternoon wore on as the 3 got down to their business. Quirrell to deciphering various journals, and Lem and the knight to haggling over prices. Despite being unwilling, or perhaps unable, to speak, the knight seemed to be driving a hard bargain. I know I gave you more last time, but you can't expect me to pay full price for a journal that someone dropped in a sewer, Lem was saying. The knight slapped the table emphatically several times. Fine. Fine, 100 geo for that one too. Quirrell grinned and shook his head as he sat down the final musings of a bug who had apparently perished of cold at the distant kingdom's edge. Oh, I know that part. The knight's diminutive appearance may fool some, but the ruins of Hollownest were a harsh place, and Quirrell had no doubt that if the small bug had survived this long, then it was more than capable of looking after itself. He pulled the next journal off the stack. The cover of this one seemed to have been stained with a sort of goo, and the edges showed singe marks. Curious. Oh ho! Now this is a beauty, Lem cried delightfully as the knight drew another relic from its pack. A fist-sized figurine of carved white material glistened on the table. A king's idol! I have been hunting these for years. He brought the object inches from his face, inspecting the etching on the surface. I'll give you 600, no 800 geo for it, and worth every penny. Lem, Quirrell interrupted, staring frozen at a sketch in the journal he was examining. Where did you say this journal was found again? Oh, that fellow that had just returned from Fog Canyon, came the distracted reply. Dangerous business with that Uma infestation. Now this idol here, Fog Canyon. He couldn't remember ever traveling there, at least not since returning to Hollownest. Not that he'd been avoiding it deliberately, he told himself, at least not consciously. And yet, even now the thought of taking that path filled him with inexplicable melancholy. Quirrell noticed the knight looking at him questioningly. He turned back to the sketch in the journal, which showed some kind of building with sweeping glass windows. The entrance appeared to be an arched doorway, topped by a familiar sigil. Lem, I need to buy this journal from you. You what? I need to buy this journal from you. How much? Lem sputtered. I don't sell my relics, you know that. Quirrell pushed the sketch toward him. There, that symbol on the door, it's the same as my mask. This is what I've been looking for all these years. I can feel it. I don't have much, Geo, but you can take it all. Please, old friend, just this once. I can't just... This is ridiculous. Lem looked bewildered. A dark hand tapped Quirrell on the shoulder. It felt cool and liquid, yet oddly dry. He turned to see the knight pushing the king's idol across the table. A trade? But I was going to buy that from you fair and square, Lem cried. The knight snatched the idol back and stuffed it back into its pack. Wait! Wait, blah, blah, I can't talk. Wait, wailed Lem. He looked frantically back and forth between Quirrell and the knight, who started to run toward the door. Fine! One lousy journal for the idol. This isn't fair. The knight shrugged and held out the idol to Lem, who seized it protectively. Quirrell knelt, facing the knight at eye level. Are you sure about this? He asked. That is a valuable artifact you're trading away. You would do that for me? The knight nodded vigorously. It tapped the cover of the journal, then placed its hand over Quirrell's heart. Once again, he was struck by how alien its carapace felt. You're right. It is very important to me. I think it might mean everything. The words caught in his throat and leaned forward to embrace the small bug. And thank you, my friend. The knight tensed, then relaxed into Quirrell's arms. After a moment, it reached up to pat him tentatively on the back, which made Quirrell laugh. Don't get a lot of hugs, do you? He asked. The knight shook his head and held up a finger. Your first one? Well, I think you did pretty well. Quirrell straightened up. Well, Lem, I believe that finishes our business here. I wouldn't dream to trouble you further. I should think not. Quite enough absurdity for me today, Lem grumbled. He eyed the knight. You're a strange one, but you find good relics. If you come across any more of these idols, you bring them to me. Just be sure to bathe first. The knight bowed, then made a show of tucking its purse, newly heavy with geo, into its cloak. Quirrell waved farewell to Lem and followed the small bug out the door. They walked side by side, stopping just before stepping out of the shelter of the building. Rain drummed down hollowly on the empty courtyard around them. Through the mist, they could just make out the faint outline of that memorial fountain, standing in remembrance of a night that all had forgotten. Where will you go next, my friend? Fog Canyon calls me, and I think I have avoided my destiny for too long. Perhaps at last I will find some answers, and, if it's not too much to hope for, some peace. I have you to thank for that. Quirrell thought of the precious journal in his pack. I do believe this is where we part once more. Unless you care to join me? The knight shook his head and pointed to the shape of a tower looming higher than the rest of the city, just visible as a shadow in the rain. Of course, you have your own quest to follow. They stood a while longer. At some point, the knight reached up to hold Quirrell's hand. Its grip was tentative, but hopeful. Quirrell squeezed back reassuringly. Peace, little ghost. I do not believe this will be the last time we meet. The world is too beautiful for a friendship such as ours to end here. Ascend your spire and watch for the knights within. I hear their husks still guard the tower's occupant. Then search for me in Fog Canyon. I will wait for you there. Quirrell closed his eyes, his voice lowering to a whisper. I believe I will need your strength for what is to come. The knight looked up at him, its inky eyes as inscrutable as ever. Then it seized Quirrell in a quick hug, its arms barely reaching his waist. A moment later, it ducked out into the rain and disappeared, silent as a ghost. Goodbye, little one, Quirrell whispered after it. Thank you. For the first time in a long time, Quirrell was going home. Aww. That was so good. That was so good. I want more stories like that. I want more stories like in the lore of the world. You know what I mean? I wish that they had this like in the game, like where we could just read stories of the lore and stuff like that. Like that is my favorite thing because I love Hollow Knight so much. I just want to read more and more and more about all of the lore and everything in the world. It's awesome. So I am going to end our reading here. Custom command! Robin! Let's go, dude! Hell yeah! That's Okay, so send me any video, audio, a GIF, whatever you want to be in your custom command, and I will make it and add it to the stream. That's awesome, dude. Thank you for collecting all of your precious channel points and saving them for that. I am excited. Let me go into Streamlabs and fix my chat color, because I changed it to black for the other screen, but I need it to be white again for normal. Chat box. I need it to be white. There we go. Save. Okay, so that should be, I'm just gonna do some random words. Okay, that's white again. And then I'm gonna go in my pixel chats and make that white again. There we go. And that should be white. Good. And then we'll start that, and that is good. Alright. That was a really cozy, like, vibe of a stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if, like, let me know if you guys like this, because, like, you know, I just need your feedback. If you liked it, I will definitely do more of them. I guess if we don't really get any feedback, then I'll probably not do it again. I don't know, we'll see what you guys say, but yeah, I think that was so fun. It was just really nice to relax and read and like hang out with you guys today. I'm down for it. Let's go. Hell yeah. It was a vibe. I'm loving it. It's actually raining outside too. Like, I have my curtains closed so I can't see it because it's daytime and I didn't want it to be like bright in here, but yeah. This is a vibe. Extra cozy vibes. Extra cozy. I wonder if we're, like, I don't even know who we would raid, because usually I try to raid peeps that have the same vibe going on. We could raid Richard, Brutal Richard, Cozy Chatting. we could raid For Loco. You just noticed the candles? Yay! I had these candles, well, they are still on. You can barely see it. The batteries are dying, and I don't have any more AAA batteries, so they were brighter earlier. But yeah, we got lots of candles going today. Thank you, Bates. I'm glad. The complete opposite vibe. I know. Johnny's doing a roast stream. Let me grab everyone's. Let me pull up everybody for alert. Let's see who's on. Marnie's on. Marnie is super cozy. Sarah's on too. I might raid For Loco because I feel like I haven't raided him ever. And he's doing some cozy chatting, so it may be a lot more less cozy than this, but I think it's still a vibe because he's fun. It is raid time. Yeah, I have to I'm going to be trying to like actually end on time. Usually I go way past the time I'm supposed to end, and then I'm like scarfing food down before the gym. But yeah, so we're gonna try to end on the correct time today so that I can like, I'm working toward work-life balance. That's the goal. 4 out of 4 on the Loco. He is good peeps. He is good peeps. Thank you guys for being here and hanging out. I was nervous, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. And it went, I think it was awesome. I had a really good stream. Emotionally unavailable with a broken heart, gang. Oh my god, I need to make that a blurb. It might be too long? I don't know. I think it's like a 20-second clip. I don't know. I think that would be so funny if it was a blurb. We should 100% make that a blurb. But yeah, so tomorrow we're gonna be playing some, it could be his walk-on. Oh my god, we need to make that. Can I do that, or does he have to do that? I don't know, I'm gonna ask him. But tomorrow we're gonna play spooky games with Salsa. We're gonna play the Escape together. We have yet to beat it. We played it like 2 Thirsty Thursdays in a row like a few months ago, and we didn't beat it. It was hard. So we're gonna try again, and it's got new maps. So we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna play some spooky games tomorrow. I got whiskey for tomorrow. Yeah, go check out Salsa if you guys aren't following her already. She is an amazing friend and fellow streamer. I love her so much. We stream with her every Thursday for Thirsty Thursday. We get drunk, we play games. Check out Shreksa. She's lovely. She is lovely. She's an awesome human. So go check her out and give her a follow and give her some support because she deserves it. She's amazing. And the doc started it. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. You never know. You never know. We weren't there. I think Salsa started it. Let me start the raid, or at least get it set up. Copy. So let me unpin this. Unpin, and we'll do that. I am pinning Richard's link, so if you guys get left behind in the stream, actually I'm gonna do this. If you guys get left behind in the stream, you can click that at the top of chat to follow us with the raid. Excuse me. And if you would like to join the Discord, there is the Discord link. In a few weeks, we're gonna be doing another movie night, and yeah. So on Sunday, or tomorrow, we're doing a stream with Salsa, horror night, 6 p.m. social, or 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I read socials. And then on Sunday, I will be on Grady's stream, Cranius_Gigantus. We're gonna be doing a game show on his stream with Salsa, Pat, and Rods. I'm so excited for that. So that is coming on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can check my socials for all of my, I usually post on all of my socials, my schedule. So, and you'll also find in that link my YouTube. So definitely go check out my YouTube. I make Minecraft videos on there, and we have a few different series going on right now. So, I will, see you guys with a new video like Friday or Saturday this week there. Shout out to Grady! I know, right? Shout out to Grady! So yeah, we'll be there on Sunday. So thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I am going to start this raid. Here we go. Raid channel. Alright. And then definitely copy the raid message, spread the love. Lurkers, unlurk! Refresh the stream. If you do not see a raid bar at the top of chat, it means you are going to be left behind. Hi, Madlo! How are you? So yeah, copy this raid message, refresh your stream, and let's spread some love to Brutal Richard, aka 4Loco, and yeah, and then I will see you guys tomorrow for Thirsty Thursday. Thanks for stream. Get them gains. I will. It's back day. Back and shoulders. My shoulder is actually bothering me today, so I hope that it doesn't get worse, and I hope it just helps. We'll see. AKA I love you guys. I will talk to you tomorrow or in the Discord after stream. So yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.
this makes sense to me. This sounds like it's never happened to you ever. Definitely not multiple times.
America, fuck yeah! Coming up here to save the motherfucking day, yeah! America, fuck yeah! Freedom is the only way, yeah!
Oh no, I can't. Oh, Liz, you just fucked up so bad bringing your whole community to my stream. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. What the fuck is that? Oh, you talking about my leg?
Introduce yourself.
That's
slowly.
That's my leg. Hello.